I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
The venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, I just so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, part of my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted, created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything. Want a reality.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Xenonauts? What is this? I made my arms hurt. Ooh. This looks like shit. No, thank you. Yeah, Thursday. Let's see, what do we got? What is this? Oh.
Hi,
That monster is legit.
Director and lead level designer at WDR Studios. Terrible Lizards is a first-person horror platformer set in the early 90s. You play as Jordan, a college student on a road trip whose car breaks down beside our fading Route 66 dinosaur roadside attraction. What starts as a curiosity quickly turns into something much worse. As Jordan steps inside, the mystery deepens and survival becomes the only goal. The game is built around movement. Running, climbing, wall running, bouncing, and much more when you're navigating high-pressure encounters where your only options are to run and survive. From the kitschy roadside attraction above to the massive excavation and mining operations buried far below.
What is this music? What is this music, bro?
Every space is designed to test your skill and composure under pressure.
A horror game, and we got piano, classical piano being played in the backdrop.
Terrible Lizards is about tension, atmosphere, and mastering traversal when something is always a step behind you.
Morning, this is Tractus? Tractus? Solar expansion. I'm so excited, boys. We got a new season of Invincible coming out this week. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to react to this. So, I'll have a link down in the description so that way you guys can give me a little bit of kickback if you guys decide to buy this game. Looks like they're adding some more stuff to Jurassic World Evolution. Go check it out. In the description of this video, you'll probably get it. Those things look crazy. That must be another hybrid dinosaur they added. Starticus. Oh, that's funny. Nice name. Starticus. That's great. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I played through this game, a lot of the environments were really pretty, especially Hawaii. I think Hawaii was my favorite. The water mixed with the greenery. Oh my god, it was beautiful. If you haven't played this, I do recommend it. It's definitely a slow burn, but it's really fun. It's really good. Yo, W Jurassic World. Oh, it's an update, so you don't even have to pay for it. Hell yeah. I'm probably going to have to listen to this one or watch this one with no music. If you don't know, Kojima has this... no, sorry, not Kojima. Konami. Is it Konami? Oh god, I can't remember now. I think it is Kojima. It's Kojima. Has this this knack of having copyrighted music in their content, even in their game, like heavily. So a lot of those streams got taken down. Probably there'll be a link down in the description of this video as well, so check it out. And you can give me some kickback. Nope, no music. Yo, Kevin Baker and oh my god, Norman Reedus really carried this game. I'm sorry, but the directive, like the narrative writing and the direction that the storyline went was nothing like the first one. The first game is insanely good compared to this one. Like I think the first game, if you play the first game, you don't have to play the second game, in my opinion. It's so good. Did he? Oh, okay, it was the picture. It's kind of crazy to think that they actually did mocap for this. That's what I love about Sony games, is a lot of them do mocap. Dude, okay, so the pizza guy was crazy. The pizza guy was insane. Yeah, I don't think the game sold as much as they had liked, but it's still a decent game. It's probably a shitload of Easter eggs that I missed whenever I played through it. I see they're making they're making a Yakuza live action TV show. It looks pretty good. Actually, you know what? Let me not do that. Let me not do that. Let me just not do that. Okay, yeah, we gonna look at this. So, I think we actually can. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So, everybody under the sun has looked at this. So, they're adding this AI technology to their new graphics cards. It's like a DLSS 5, and it's supposed to use AI to make frames. So this is going to be the way of the future, boys. And I think they'll be able to sell this as long as you're not moving, honestly. I think the minute you start moving with any character in a game, it's going to turn to shit. But here we go. This is the average view of Resident Evil 9, right? What the fuck is that? This is the only one where I was like, dude, that doesn't look right. It made her like Latin or Asian. Like, how the fuck? How do you even manage that? You bastard. Look at that. Completely alters her lips, man. That shit just don't look right. That shit just does not look right. So, like, I guess, from what I understand, is that it takes the footage and it upscales it or applies some weird filter to it. I don't know exactly. But this is what it looks like, obviously on. This is off. I think I'd prefer the off. This just doesn't look right. It brightens everything up too much. This is supposed to be a dark scene with rain, and like, it just doesn't look right. Oh fuck, what is normal? 1 point. Like, if you look at the poll, look at the poll. Even the poll doesn't look right. I just realized it. Let's see if we can catch it. You fucking piece of shit. The poll doesn't even look right. It bright. This is supposed to be rain. It's supposed to be dark. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I would definitely play this game. I absolutely would recommend playing this game. I don't even see a fucking difference here. What does it have, like some... It looks like it's just adding a filter of, like, light on everything. But, and then, like, in the instance where it was Grace, it, like, altered her like, lips and her eyes. Oh, that just looks like shit. That looks like a shitty AI filter. What the fuck? That looks like shit. That looks like a shit AI filter. Why would you want that? And now, keep in mind that this is them frozen. Just imagine the kerfluffled fuckery that it would become whenever you start moving around and interacting with the environment. This was the worst one that I saw. This is from Hogwarts Legacy. This guy is this kid. He's supposed to be 16. Look what it does to his face. He looks 30. What the fuck happened here? It's like a $3,000 graphics card, and allegedly, from what I've heard, is that this DLSS, whenever you turn it on, it uses so much of the graphics card. Now, in testing, they're able to use this graphics card with one, right, to do the DLSS and run the game. But from what I understand, is that it depends on the game. So there's a good chance you could end up crashing your computer if you go with a game that's heavy in graphics like Elden Ring. You could end up crashing your game, the entire computer. The computer could just turn off if you decide to run this with a game like Elden Ring. So they're probably going to go back to SLI and graphics cards, which, funny enough, I have two 2080s. 2080 Ti's that I'm SLIing. I have like the NVIDIA Founders Edition cards, those badass ones. I would never use this on a game that I was playing because I always consider whenever I'm rendering videos the strain on the graphics cards. I prefer longevity of the graphics cards because they're fucking expensive over just bum rushing the end of the life cycle of a graphics card. I don't want to burn them out. I want them to last. So I wouldn't run this game with the DLSS on. It's not just the graphics that you have to worry about when it comes to a computer. Like, at least whenever I put mine together, I wanted something that had extreme longevity. And I want to make sure, that's why I like heavily maintain my desktop. And I was getting real scared here recently whenever I was having trouble with it. Of it, like breaking down on me finally, because I don't have the money to replace the shit that's in my desktop. Most of the shit that's in my desktop was thousands of dollars whenever I got it. And, well, let's just be honest here, shit's gone up. Like, so to have the amount of money to not only SLI 2 graphics cards for a game like this, but to like see the difference in quality. Because, like, you also have to keep in mind that this works kind of like an Instagram or a TikTok filter. So by the time you finish one scene, you could look like this. And then in the next scene, you won't look anything like this. So it's very, like, hit or miss, I feel like. Because it's AI. So that means that every scene that you see a character could be rendered or look completely different from the prior scene. I don't know about you, but that's immersion breaking to boot. Like, I don't like that. Like, if you want a computer that's gonna last, you definitely want to drop a couple G on it, you do. You want to drop a couple thousand. I absolutely recommend that because whenever I built my computer's almost 9. Like, my computer's old, man. But it's still kicking. It's still rendering 4 videos at a time using Sony Vegas Pro in 4K. Like, I can't praise my desktop enough. I got a Z390 Godlike motherboard, i9 9900K processor. It's an Intel. Got 2 2080 Ti Founders Edition NVIDIA graphics cards running SLI. I definitely don't have a strong enough power supply. I need to invest in a better power supply, but they're so fucking expensive. I used to have an AXI 1800, but they had a recall, or it was like a fault in the actual the power supply unit, so it kind of shit the bed. And I have it's a great computer. That's what I'm saying. Like, it looks like it just brightens everything. Are you really willing to run down your graphics card? Like, some of the graphics cards I've seen now, like the 5080s or whatever, those things are like $3,000 a pop. Are you willing to run down that graphics card for this? Just to brighten up the area and make it look like some shitty AI filter? Like, are you really willing to do that? Because the only thing it changes is their fucking face. Bro didn't have a mustache and now he has a mustache. Like, what is that about? No mustache? Mustache. That was the only difference I saw in this clip. It looks so stupid. Bro, I'll bet those graphics cards run hot, bruh. I bet they run fucking hot. I just don't see it, man. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't understand what the big hype is around those cards, bro. I mean, not the cards, the DLSS 5. I don't get it. This just seems so stupid to me. And you noticed how every scene that I've seen of this, they stop the footage, and then they let the filter go over it. I want to see what it looks like in motion. Because, like, is it like a shitty Instagram or TikTok filter where the minute you start moving, it just gets all fucked up? Like, how does it look whenever you're moving? How does the environment look whenever you're moving? Does it look like that shitty, like, AI Minecraft that came out last year, a couple years ago now? Where every time you would move, the mountain would shift to a different mountain? Like, you know? What does it look like? We're gonna watch Tucker first. Okay, so Tucker Carlson is in a lot of trouble right now. He's being investigated by the FBI. Now, prior to this, and prior to the things that I've heard here and there, Tucker Carlson was kind of based. But I think he kind of fell off, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on with him now. He's under, like, big he's scared. You could see it in his demeanor. He's terrified. Something's going on with Tucker.
Fix this video.
And he should be. If come to find out that he committed treason, they need to execute him. They do. If you commit treason on America, you need to be executed. There shouldn't even be a doubt about it. That's my honest opinion.
Hours ago, when you discover the CIA has been reading your texts in order to frame you for a crime. 16 million views. Uh-oh. Let's take a look at it.
So the other day I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war.
Talking to people in Iran before the war.
I think we're seeing where this is problematic now. They're trying to say that Tucker Carlson was talking to the prior administration.
Uh-oh. Who are the people? What were you talking about? Now, I hear that, and it...
For me, it dings up a red flag immediately. Instantaneously red flag. Well, the CIA is looking into my information and might be putting messages in my thing. Might? Are you sure about that? Or did you do something you knew was bad, and now you're trying to figure out a way to get out of it? That's the real question. What did you do?
I don't know, man. My common sense is tingling, and it's telling me that the reason why you're using these abstract terms...
Don't know yet.
And you're
we
not
don't know
being
yet.
Specific.
I have no idea. I haven't seen this. I haven't been around it. I have no idea. I wanted to watch it yesterday, but we ran out of time. I have no idea. I have
Is
no
exactly the
idea.
reason that you're not using them.
All I know is that apparently, allegedly, he had been having conversations with the prior administration. I don't know who in the administration. I don't know where. And I know when, which was prior to the Iran war. But other than that, I have no idea. No
It's
idea.
the exact reason that you imagine.
For people that are going to watch this video later, that's for the chat, okay? That's for the live stream chat, okay? Fuck off.
I don't know. Like, I'm obviously everybody. Like, I'm not.
See
I'm
the
not saying he's
comments
guilty. I'm not
already.
saying he's
Who's he
guilty,
talking
but the way
to?
that you say that, like, I just, makes me a little bit nervous, doesn't it?
No, the only person that should be making nervous is Tucker Carlson. Because if you son of a bitch, if you did something and you knew that you fucked up somewhere, you need to be executed. Any attempt to undermine the presidency or any attempt to undermine anything during wartime, whenever it comes to talking to the administration America's at war with, should immediately be treated as treason. You should immediately be guilty, and you have to prove your innocence. Now, if you're not convicted, you shouldn't be executed, but you should be very, very capable. You should be very, what's the word I'm trying to find? Serious when it comes to figuring out how you can prove your innocence. There is no reason most Iranian people didn't even talk to the especially when it comes to this regime particularly, because of how violent these fuckers were. The interesting part is that you had conversations with one of the most violent Middle East regimes that ever existed. Text messages. They texted. That's very concerning.
They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the foreign.
So if they read your text messages, let me just take a step back. Assuming that this wasn't done extrajudicially, that would mean that they got a warrant for that, and they had there's a data request that was approved by a judge, I believe. Now, I don't know if Homeland Security can bypass that. They probably can. But my understanding is that in order to read somebody's messages...
This really sucks, because I actually kind of started to like Tucker Carlson. I did.
Needed to have some sort of approval for it. But there's a good chance that the Patriot Act probably just says, no, actually, you can do whatever you want. So I'm not sure.
An agent act or something
I'm sorry, but if there's a law in place that prevents the acting administration from being able to open up and do an investigation, they need to change that law. If you're the president of the United States, you should be able to act, for the most part, unimpeded because you were elected to change the country for the better or for the worse. How is it that we have the president who's supposed to be our commander-in-chief, and he can't even go to war with a different country without having 500 people shove their fingers up his ass? I don't get it.
Acting as an agent of a foreign power.
Acting like an agent of a foreign power, and in this case, it's Iran? Wow.
And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power, unlike a lot of people.
Your takes suck. Well, here, let me help you with that. Go watch somebody else. Permaban.
Commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs. I have.
Don't want to watch the content, then don't watch it. Go watch somebody else. There's like 10 trillion other people on YouTube. Go watch somebody else.
Only one loyalty, and that's the
I
United
can't stand
States.
that. It's like whenever I look at my comments in my videos, they're like, am I watching a reaction of reaction of react? Like, there's some of them are funny, okay, like, but it's like, then you see like, dude, you're fucking lazy, da-da-da, and it's like, dude, get out of here.
I've never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have
Acting like somebody strong-armed you to watch this.
Carlson is the inheritor of the Swanson family, right? So realistically, like this is like a multi-billion-dollar company. So, because he married into it, like I think his wife is like, from the Swanson family. So, like realistically, he's actually right about this. Like he should be like ridiculously rich, like insanely, like hundreds of millions of dollars rich. if not billions.
Watch, come to find out, Tucker Carlson is like the next... No, this is not an allegation. This is just like a fucking a conspiracy theories, crazy slop. What if it come to find out he's the next Epstein, or he's already the next Epstein, or something like that? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
And so there's much less tolerance for any kind of dissent in the homeland.
Yeah.
The irony, of course, is the United States fights wars on behalf of freedom, but there's always less of it here in our country during war. So that's a widely recognized phenomenon, and it's likely to happen now too. Another point to make that is worth knowing is that the USIC, the intelligence agency, spy on Americans. Now, you probably knew that.
Yeah, we all know that. That's why it makes me so upset when people get into my comments and they're like, well, we can't have online ID, internet privacy. And I'm like, bro, if you on the internet, you don't have privacy. Why do you think Jeff Bezos puts a sticker or a piece of tape over his camera on his laptop? It's because of Snowden, we know that they can access the cameras on your laptop. What else do you think they know? You act like just because you open up an incognito window and you use a VPN, they still can't get that information. Come on. Let's be honest here.
Including by...
I think everybody knows that, of course.
Julian Assange and Ed Snowden, both of whom are threatened with death for revealing it, but everyone knows. But
Edward Snowden should never have been exiled from America. He should be praised as a hero.
A little more widespread than most people understand. And it's outrageous. There's no justification for your government, which you own, you're a shareholder in it, you pay for it, to be violating your privacy like that.
So if I am the person that thinks that he's guilty, this doesn't read very well.
No, it doesn't.
And let me explain the reason why.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to come up with this reason why you should have this expected privacy in a country where you're benefiting in. You're not. It's crazy the privilege that this man has being an online content creator at this point. He used to be like a legacy TV show host. And now he's trying to preach to everyone that watches him how the government should stay out of your business. No. That's not how it works. Sometimes you have to give up freedoms in order to maintain safety and privilege. That's how it works. If you didn't want to lose if you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to hide. That's the mentality you need to keep. Don't do something sketchy. Don't do something wrong. Don't break the fucking law. Don't commit treason. And big fucking surprise, you won't have the CIA or the federal government rooting through your trash. Tends to happen. I mean, I've been around for 31 years and I've never had to worry about the CIA going into my text messages. Even if they did, I don't have anything to hide. Oh, but my privacy, what you hiding? You have something to hide? What you hiding?
He's trying to use generalities to make people assume a conclusion that's specific to him. So, like, this is even what he did at the beginning, right? Where he's talking about, this is, talking to people. I'm talking to people before the war. And so I don't know really, it's like, it's extreme.
Gosh, you're freaking people still talking the skinhead in a hoodie. I'm not a skinhead, bro. I've got hair. I put the hoodie on because my headphones hurt my ears. But that's okay. We'll just remove you so that way you don't have to anymore. You nailed that one. Swaller? I don't even know what that means. We go through suspect. Yeah, we go through suspect stuff all the time. Like that investigation where they were trying to subpoena the iPhone for that terrorist guy. They couldn't get the password, and then eventually they lost that and they ended up having to get their own hacker that cracked it. And I'm naive. I'm sorry, but if the United States government wants to put you in jail, they're going to do it. They don't have to find an excuse. Just so we're all aware here, if the United States government wants to put you in jail and make you disappear, they will just do it. They're not going to use the CIA. They're not going to use the FBI to do it. If the government of the United States, or for that matter, most other governments in the world, want your ass gone, you're gone. And you know how that happens? They go in, they snatch your ass, they make you disappear, and then they censor every piece of media that has any involvement with your family. That's how. They will never even know you existed.
Extremely bad. Yeah, Reed's extremely bad.
The only people that I see are naive are the ones telling me that the government is going to use this bullshit to fucking put you in jail. They don't need to do that. They will make you disappear. You will be kidnapped. What? The 45-year-old man that's built like a brick house won 7 different fucking fighting tournaments and did it? No, you gone now, bitch. You gone. You gone. Wow, whatever happened to that one guy? We don't talk about him. He disappeared. Come on. You really think the United States government needs an excuse? No, they don't. Not at all.
I mean,
they will fucking make you disappear in a car accident. They have ways, trust me. They don't need to put you in jail. That's just brain dead.
Again, I want to make this very, very clear. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he leaked information to Iran. But if I just watched this,
it's condemning.
And I watched it with a discerning eye, it would seem suspicious. That's it. It just seems suspicious. Wonder why the CIA would want to discredit him? But it's not the CIA that's trying to discredit him right now. It's him that's bringing this up himself. So the probability is you could be like, okay, yeah, sure. Like the CIA is doing this, but why would you do this? So from his perspective, he would probably be doing this. If I assume intent, he's doing this in order to basically create the narrative ahead of time of what's going on. Mm-hmm. So that way people will look at the generalities rather than the specifics.
He's doing the same thing that Alex Peretti and Renee Good, the media, the way they spun that prior to the full completion of the investigation. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get as many people as he can to think that he's being looked at by the CIA, knowing full well that allegedly he may have some pretty condemning shit that he sent to the Iranian government prior to the war.
He's trying to get ahead of it, basically. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's trying to take the horse by the rein and steer it in a direction.
Happens all the time, and in fact,
and here's the kicker: is that I've noticed that over time this has worked more and more, because now that the go-to for these people whenever they're trying to spin their narratives is the media lies. And that's true to an extent, and that's the unfortunate fact of it, is that we're getting to a day and age where no matter what the government says, no matter what the police say, no matter what anyone says, it's going to be, well, they faked it, they lied, they deleted, they did this, they did that. You've spun so much distrust with the average Joe that they don't trust the government anymore. And the fact of the matter is that the government doesn't really need you to trust them, because if you don't pay your taxes, you'll go to jail. And if you try to hurt any government official, you're going to go to jail. That's just all there is to it. They don't need your approval like that. They just want your vote.
CIA or people within CIA, just to be clear, it's a huge, sprawling, disconnected agency.
Sure.
What it does in a specific case doesn't represent what everybody in the building thinks, but there are some people who are mad at me for my views about Israel. And
they're mad at you for your views about Israel. This is another type of thing. So, and this is the type of comment that I get a lot.
I'll just let you sit there and you can be in your own reality or whatever the fuck that's called. You can be I can't think of the name for it. This kid, I'm 31. I've been a firefighter, United States Postal Service driver, school bus driver. I have a Class BM license. I've done it pretty much all. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Gaming. You want to see gaming? Go look at all the Let's Plays that I have on the channel. I've got hundreds of Let's Plays You can go check any of those out. There is no evidence. No, there is no evidence yet. I hope there's not any evidence. I hope that this is a wake-up call for Tucker Carlson. I hope he gets his shit together and he goes back to being where he was at before. I do. I think Tucker is having a little bit of a fall off right now. I hope that it's fake. I do. I genuinely hope that this is just a false flag. My biggest fear is that it is real, honestly. Because he is effectively a titan when it comes to political commentary, and it would really suck to lose Tucker Carlson again. So,
when did you start shilling for Big Brother? You understand that the accusation is that here because I was talking to people in Iran that are critical of Israel.
And then humiliate and terrify the subjects of this op. And that's, of course, happened to me repeatedly.
Yeah.
Well, if you're terrified, it's because you're scared that they're going to find something. That's the thing. Now, maybe Tucker in his head thinks that the CIA needs an excuse to, put him in jail. But if the government wants your ass gone, you're gone. They're probably just doing an investigation because they got wind of something, and they're trying to use Tucker as leverage to figure out where these allegations of treason are coming from. That's most likely what's going on here. Now, if Tucker has nothing, maybe he's got this in the back of his head that, the CIA is trying to frame me, I'm going to go away, be put away for stuff I didn't do, that's different. But if he has nothing to hide, then this could just be a false flag.
Mm-hmm. Including in, famously, 2021, when I was still at Fox News and trying to set up an interview with Vladimir Putin. And the NSA, I heard from someone there, had grabbed my text messages with an American citizen and had leaked them to news outlets. Those texts were basically my attempts to set up an interview with the foreign head of state. Yeah. And they leaked them to the New York Times in order to stop the interview, which they successfully did, by the way. And they admitted that they were spying. I mean, this is not a fantasy. It actually happened.
Sure. The United States government spies on everybody. And I hope this sinks into the people that are doing bad shit out there. The United States government knows. They're just choosing not to stop you. If you saw the new technology that I've seen, that what they were allowed to release, they can target a vehicle from space, it's this new AI technology they're using that they did a showcase on. I watched a little bit of Asmon's stream whenever they were showcasing it. It's a satellite, and it can zoom in on a target, and then it tracks the target, and then you can flag that target to be struck by a missile. And it's like one seamless display. It's crazy. You zoom in on the target, all the vehicles that were in the image had boxes on them, so they were individual targets. The building had a box on it, and then he clicked on the box, and then the box, it said mark for target, and he clicked yes, and then he dragged it over to this barred thing, and then it said what kind of, what do you want to send, and he clicked the tank, and then it was marked target as this. And then you could see almost like an Amazon order, it following through. And it was target deleted or target hit or something like that. And then it would it went into a basic command chain. It was insane.
They did it again.
If they want your ass gone, bro, you're cooked. And that's just what they showed. Just imagine what they're not showing. Just imagine the amount of technology that those satellites have that allow you to see through buildings. How do you think they managed to get the Ayatollah where he was?
To get a Putin interview, I managed to get it anyway, and they've done it since. And so when you get a call from a reporter who knows the content...
We're past them trying to get into our computers, bro. They could probably see in your house now.
Of your text.
Let's be honest.
It's pretty clear something's going on.
Yeah, clearly. Obviously.
None of this, in my judgment, as of right now, is a huge threat to me, so I'm not making this video to complain about it or whine or ask you to send me money because I'm under attack. I'm saying it because it's true, and you should know what your own government is doing, and you should know what the stakes are, and you should know.
I'm gonna be
Palantir. That's what it's called. Palantir. Thank you. I was wondering what it's Palantir. Yeah, no, Palantir is what that system was called. And it is being heavily implemented in the United States military right now. They are selling this thing like it's candy in a kid's shop, bro.
This is like a crazy
Palantir is
thing
what
for
it
me
was
to
called.
say. But with a high-profile figure that's spoken with the president and has like been in the White House, that's also talking to and interacting with the Iranian government, I want the government to keep a closer eye on that person.
I agree. 100%.
I think that's extremely reasonable. Especially with so much intelligence and things like that. It's very reasonable. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, I mean,
Duh.
like, we learned our lesson from World War II with the bombing of Pearl Harbor. They had spies at Hawaii, in the harbor itself. They had spies. They had doctors. There's documentaries of people that came forward afterwards that were like, doctors, that were nurses, that were spies. They found these people. Like, that's how they knew how to hit the harbor and when to hit it. Duh. Like, it's always been the downfall in every war we've had. Like, everything that's bad has happened has been from people infiltrating the U.S. in some way, shape, or form. Pearl Harbor, the Twin Towers, the Boston bombing, the recent terrorist attacks. Where do you think they all fucking came from? Foreign country. Duh.
Of course.
Know that a lot of what happens in this country that affects outcomes happens behind the scenes. Some of it is legal, some of it is not.
With that kind of access, it's unreasonable.
Now. Yeah. But it has an effect. And the intel agencies, again, not everyone in the intel agencies, because there are decent, hardworking Americans who work in the intel agencies are Americans, just like there are decent, hardworking Americans who work at the DMV.
Somebody brought up a good point. That's how Epstein manifested, is that they didn't look into it.
How's it going, Alex?
Or
Doing
like
all
they
right?
ignored it.
But there are also people with agendas and grudges and no sense of restraint who are happy to misuse the power they have, granted them by our elaborate secrecy laws, to hurt fellow.
I gotta pull this up. I gotta pull it up because if I don't, I'm betraying myself. All right, Hassan. Hassan Ali Khan. What makes you think that it's BS? He even still here? He's probably not even still here. I don't think he's still here. He roach out on me? No, I like turning people into content. Tucker's going to Gitmo. I don't think he's here. The Eye of Sauron has chosen, and he has roached.
Americans for ideological reasons. That is entirely real. That's the story of Russiagate.
Sure.
And it's likely that things like that will begin to happen at greater scale now. So
And he's implying that
Try seconds. They can find anybody in seconds. If the United States government wants your ass to disappear, like I've already said it so many times. You going, bro. That's all there is to it. Well, I'm happy you're here too, Alex.
that it might happen to him.
know that going forward. Thanks.
Well,
thanks for the jewels.
I don't want to say I think he's guilty, because I think that's kind of unfair to say, like, I think he's guilty. But the way that he's framing this is very suspicious. And it makes it hard for me to trust him.
Yeah, let's hit that like button, guys. Hit the sub, too, if y'all new here. We're here
It
Monday
does.
through
And
Friday, 8
and
a.m. to
don't-
11:30.
I'll tell you this. I don't immediately trust Tucker Carlson that he acted in good faith. I'm not saying that he's a bad guy.
I feel like if you are talking with the dictators and controllers of other countries, you should already be on a watch list. You should. You should. And it doesn't even have to do with your fucking, no one cares about your privacy. If there is a chance that you could leak information about the United States government to a foreign country that will aid in a war, you need to be put on a list, a watch list. You do. You absolutely do. There shouldn't be a single person in this country that has ties to a foreign country and isn't on a watch list. It's just basic safety. 100%.
I'm not saying there's anything that he did wrong, but I am saying that, like, you know, with how close he was with the president, the fact that he was at the White House, the fact that he was involved in that, and also talking to, you know, potentially members of the Iranian government.
Well, that's the funny part is some of these guys do it unintentionally and they don't even realize. No, it happens all the fucking time. Why wouldn't you have these people on a watch list? It's obvious they should be on a watch list. Like, what the fuck? How's this even a question?
Would want to look into that, and nobody really knows why this is happening. But I don't immediately trust Daddy government. Yeah, but why would you trust Daddy Tucker Carlson either? Like, the thing is that, like, everybody doesn't want to trust the government, but you're assuming that this random person that's a media personality is somehow completely infallible. No, you should really be more logical about this and think about it yourself. Like, I don't think that it's outside of the realm of possibility.
You know what you do? You don't trust anybody. First and foremost, don't trust anybody. Double, triple, quadruple check any information you have, and then go based on that. And always be willing to expand your information of anybody you know. That's how you should live through life. That's how you should walk through life. Never trust anybody, because there's always, if you stop whenever somebody's trying to help you and you look at the advantage you get, at the advantage they get for helping you, you will change your entire mentality to, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to help me? Nobody does anything in their life just to help somebody. Now there are. But whenever you've got everybody on the side of the street trying to help you, there's a personal meaning behind it. There is a goal they're trying to get personally for them that doesn't involve, like, even if you take on the Lord, you got him in your heart and your soul, right? I'm not a very religious person. Why do people do good when it comes to the Bible? They want to go to heaven. There you go. It's never to genuinely be good and to put good out there. It is for an underlying narrative or goal that they want to fulfill personally. It's like planting crops. You put the seed in the ground and you wait to harvest. That's what it is. There's always personal gain. You figure out that personal gain, you can figure out what that person's motives are every fucking time.
Tucker Carlson could have leaked something. I don't think that's impossible for that to have happened. Now, do I think it's likely? I mean, probably not. Like, I think this is probably going to go nowhere. You know, I'm a nothing's ever happened, Chud, right? I've said this many times. Like, it probably is going to go nowhere, but it's something that's worth considering. So anyway, what is this here if I pull a few more of these comments here? And zero repercussions, entitled nonsensical gaslighting. Yeah. So for years, I served as chairman of the Board of Christian Ministry when I was one of the most viral underground church movements in Iran. Iran has been under U.S. sanctions for years, which means that getting any funds into Iran from any form is severely restricted. If it is not done in strict compliance with the law, board members are liable for federal crimes and can easily face up to federal prison for the rest of their lives. It's very serious stuff. For Tucker Carlson to say that he's an American journalist who can do anything he wants and talk to anyone he wants with zero
That's like the third time I should permaban you, but I'm not going to.
repercussions is the epitome of entitled, nonsensical gaslighting. Journalists know that there are laws that they must all abide by. Everyone has to obey the law, even the rich, naughty, entitled men with names like Tucker or Bentley. And if he's found to be guilty for crimes against the United States, then I truly hope the proper justice is served. We'll see what happens, right? Here's what appears to happen. Oh, there's a second video. Let me see.
So,
oh, this is the first one. Let me see this one here.
Now that wasn't a risk from the Israeli standpoint. That was
this is a second video. I don't know what the context of this is. That's why I'm watching it.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm just gonna permaban you. Fucking weird, man.
Point. Mm-hmm. That was the point. They wanted
Why
to
are you
diminish
typing
the
that
Gulf,
shit,
and in
bro?
2 days they have. And I think anyone...
Lol, First Amendment unless he leaked? I mean, isn't that what everybody thinks? Like, I feel like we all agree on that, right? Like, lol, First Amendment unless he leaks something confidential?
Which is basically it's part of a country. It's an emirate.
Dubai is Agartha for the Middle East.
We're gonna move on from this. I think we've covered everything we can with this. If Tucker is actually guilty of anything, he needs to be put in jail for treason, preferably executed. If you commit treason on American soil, you should just be executed. Like, it's the same thing with terrorists. If you commit terrorism or if you commit treason, you should just be executed. There shouldn't even be a fucking argument or conversation about that. Just get rid of them. I guess we have an update on Operation Epic Fury.
Big thing that we're doing.
This is a press conference that happened yesterday, I believe.
To do with all the fraud that's taking place in our country, and we have people that are
Oh, he addressed the fraud. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. This is big.
extremely brilliant and just very talented, and they're going to be put in charge. But I'd like to ask Will, if you would, to give a little description of what we're signing.
They're going after fraud? Yeah.
Then I'll ask JD.
Yeah, they're cracking down on fraud. JD Vance is going to be leading the fraud division to start cracking down on states.
As you stated in your State of the Union address, in light of widespread revelations of fraud in federally funded programs in states like Minnesota and California, this executive order in front of you will establish a new task force aimed at rooting out that fraud, returning potentially billions or tens of billions or even hundreds of billions of dollars to the American taxpayer. This task force will be chaired by the Vice President. The Vice Chairman will be the head of the FTC, Andrew Ferguson, who's with us here as well today. But this is going to launch a whole-of-government approach to rooting out the very serious problem of fraud in federally funded programs around the country.
Great. Did Vance
As an
lose weight?
example,
I feel like
you've
he
been
lost
seeing
weight.
and seeing it pretty big in Minnesota, $19
Maybe I've just seen him in
billion.
memes too much.
But that's only for one little aspect of the fraud. It's $19 billion.
Why are people continuing to bring up Israel with this? I don't understand what people's big thing is against Israel. I've never been to Israel. I've never seen Israel. Never really fucking want to. Don't give a shit about Israel. Why does it that whenever all of this stuff started kicking off, so many people were like, Israel this and Israel that, or like Netanyahu? Like, what does it matter? I don't know. It's just weird. But how is this not an American war? You do realize that the terrorist regime has been killing, well, the Iranian regime has been killing Americans for over 47 years through proxy using terrorism, right? And that the downfall of the Ayatollah is ultimately the downfall of terrorism. That's why we've had so many terrorist attacks here in America. It's obviously an American war. And if you don't think that, you're just brain dead at this point, especially with all the information we've still got coming out. How do you still, I mean, you're going to believe that because you want to just keep pushing your weird ideology, but it just doesn't make any sense. And you just show that. USA, well, I mean, there you go. No, it's not American war. It is an American war. You're just being dishonest. You don't have to serve. Why does that keep coming from, too? Like, why is it like, oh, well, if you're winning the war, then go do this? Well, how am I wrong? What proof do you have that I'm wrong? See, I keep getting told that I'm wrong. I keep being made fun of, but I've yet to be proven wrong, and I've yet to have somebody that's attacked my argument as opposed to just telling me that I'm wrong. Who started what? I just told you when it was our problem. It was our problem whenever they kept killing American troops using terrorist organizations that they were funding. That immediately is our problem. And that fact is proven by all the terrorist attacks that we've had since this war started. It's crazy that we all knew that, and then the minute that it happened, there were a bunch of terrorist attacks. But again, you guys don't really want to hear that because it falsifies your narrative. No, Iran didn't do that. The Ayatollah and his shit regime did that. His regime sent the terrorists millions of dollars. Why would I want to register? I'm 31. I'm not going to the army. Why would I want to do that? Sorry that my facts are outweighing your stupidity and all you can say is just go register. But I'm sure you're willing to go sign up, right? Be a war hawk? Go boots on the ground? Dude, there's not even boots on the ground. Where is this mentality coming from? Ah, there it is. There it is. There it is, boys. There it is. Woo! There it is. Perma, bitch. Got you, bitch. Oh, I got you, motherfucker. Got you. Ha ha. You dumbass. Congrats. Congrats. You just said it. It's what I've been saying this past week. You got all these propaganda pushers can't even fucking type in English. Got you, bitch. If you missed it, he said before he redacted it, you okay with talking about it, but you're not you okay with them taking our lives, but you're not willing to sign up. Got you, bitch. Damn, I'm gonna clip that shit. I hope that it still sticks too. I hope it stays up there. I have that shit, bruh. I'm totally gonna clip that shit too. Got you. Well, I have a better idea. Why don't you shut up? Enjoy your perma. Middle East will never... By the way, enjoy having multiple bombs being dropped on y'all when it comes to y'all's administration. We winning, bitch, and y'all don't like it. Too bad. America's the best country. Eat shit. America, best country.
And California, they say, is
best
10 times
country.
worse than other
We don't
states.
have to use AI and generate the USS Abraham Lincoln being blown up 7 different times. We also don't have to spin off false media and put out stupid ass propaganda. We don't have to do that. We just win the war.
Probably more than that.
This is not a Republican-Democrat thing. This is wherever it's taking place.
Yeah, of course.
It seems that it's
Obviously.
usually in blue states. If it's in a red state, we're going there too. But it seems that it's heavily...
Perma. We ain't even got to help Cuba. Cuba's already surrendering. Cuba has already said that they want to come to the table because their own people are starting to take over their administrations now. They all, the people of Cuba have already burned down a communist, what's it called? It was like a communist building. No, Cuba's already willing to come to the table and step out of power. The guy that's running it right now. It's done. You can sit here and spin your fake propaganda all you fucking want. But at the end of the day, all these other leaders of these countries know exactly what's going on in Iran. They know exactly what's going on. Keep spinning your propaganda to keep your people in their place. Let's see how long that lasts and how many more people you can get to upload.
Heavily Democrat. And what they've done is so sad.
I absolutely back Trump. I want to see more change. I think I should be even more aggressive. But as far as everything he's implementing, I love to see it. I like that he's trying. That's all we can really ask for at this point, is for somebody to step in and try. Because other people are going to see this and hopefully push more change into our government. So that way, someone who gets in can actually do the change and the good that we need them to do. And not get vetoed by Congress every single time you take a step.
Look at the Minnesota scam. A lot of it has to do with Somalia. Nobody's calling out anybody, but a lot of it has to do, but it's Somalia and plenty of others. And I believe the governor is complicit. I believe Ilhan Omar is.
We need to denaturalize that bitch and send her to fuck back. I don't know how the hell that hasn't happened yet.
Complicit?
I do not like that lady one goddamn bit.
That your attorney general
I do not like that lady.
Is complicit, and if they are, you're going to hopefully find out about it, and you're going to have to do what you have to do. If we found half of the fraud that's taking place in this country, and I think you have a chance of doing that, we would have much more than a balanced budget. That's the kind of numbers you're talking about. The theft is incredible. And I think JD will make, and Andrew will make.
All right. Yapping draft dodger. There's no draft, and I'm 31, which means I can't be drafted. What chain you should come to Zoran. Zoran Mandami? Fuck that. I don't want to go to that shit state. When's the last time you got a hoodie sandwich from Alaska? The fuck does that even mean? Canada can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care about Canada. They're their home country. Don't fuck with America and we won't fuck with you. You're crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm schizo. But at least I'm not as crazy as some of the people that I see. Yeah, I like Asman. He's the only person that's actually saying the fucking truth. Amen, Asman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate Congress until y'all need them, then y'all cry, what's Congress doing? Congress is vetoing everything that the president wants to do. That's right, I'm watching Asman, and now you are too. Yes, I absolutely think that she's evil, dude. I do not like that bitch. I do not like Ilhan Omar. I do not like her one fucking. I do not like that lady.
Charge later on that.
The fact that she came from a foreign country, she's in our government. She got moved up in the ranks in a state where mass amounts of Somalian fraud took place, and they were taking that money from the fraud and this daycare stuff and sending it overseas to terrorist organizations using the Minneapolis airport and the St. Cloud airport. And the fact that she's trying to defund the DHS, the Department of Homeland fucking Security, should be a massive red flag to any American. Absolutely not.
Nursing homes,
I do not like that lady.
Things that the federal government shouldn't be involved in. It's too big. The federal government should handle military and a couple of other things. But when it comes to nursing homes, you saw where a young gentleman was going around and knocking on doors, and none of the nursing homes existed, none of the nurseries existed. The money that's being paid out, and the federal government pays for it. When you see all these people coming in illegally into our country, many criminals, many drug dealers, murderers, 11,888 murders, and you look at California, and more come in.
You might want to go take your pills, bruh. You might want to go take your pills.
Pick up what he does.
Money, and yet they pay him. You know why they pay them? Because the federal government is charged with paying. We're not paying them anymore, and I said
Young
that.
gentleman.
So these two really smart guys are going to be, I think it's going to, hopefully it's going to be JD's. This will not be like a Kamala where she was put in charge of the board. And she never went there, JD, right?
And for the people that are saying, oh, he doesn't play games, go check out the channel. There's hundreds of fucking playlists of gaming stuff. Go check it out. Go look at it.
She was the border czar.
Plenty of games there.
Border. She never called any of the great border patrol. The border patrol testified. We never spoke to her in 4 years. And that was a disaster.
I like how
But
he
this
just
is
says
different. This is a
Kamala,
different
people
group
start
of people.
laughing.
I think maybe before JD, I'll ask Stephen Miller to say a few words.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Mr.
Uh-oh.
Oh, always just this rage bait, low effort content. Sit there and pretend to react to someone else talking. Oh, are you mad about something? Do you need a nappy? Did mommy not give you the teat enough? Is that it? Named Gaming Wade, never see you playing any games. Well, now you don't have to worry about seeing anything. You don't have to worry about seeing, oh, fucking sake. There we go. Let's just do that. Oops. Damn, that really sucks for you. No one asked you to be here. Go watch somebody else. Jesus.
Trump's leadership is
You obviously care. That's why you're saying stupid shit in my comments.
the illegal flow across the southern border was
bald.
stopped completely. But what we found since President Trump came into office is that the Democrats have set up a system to funnel hundreds of billions and ultimately trillions of dollars
That's right.
to migrants that are in our country,
Yes,
oftentimes
yes,
from places
yes.
like Somalia.
Yes.
So as an example,
Yes.
ICE recently
Yes.
asked a group of illegal immigrants that were in detention whether or not they were receiving Medicaid.
Yes.
Half of them raised their
Say
hands
yes.
and volunteered that they were on Medicaid. Just volunteered that. These aren't the ones who are hiding it, right?
Exactly.
They also asked illegal aliens how they paid their medical bills, and they said that if they don't have Medicaid,
They just go
go
to
to
emergency room.
hospitals, they get
Yeah.
free care there,
Exactly.
and they bill it to the taxpayers.
Big fucking surprise. It's just like I said weeks ago. That's the reason why whenever I worked as an ambulance, worked with the ambulance prior to me being a firefighter, we would roll up with people we've rolled up with people that were fucked up. They need emergency care, and we're sitting there having to wait in the back room because every single fucking bed in the entire goddamn hospital's full because of all these illegals that are just flooding into the hospitals and preventing Americans from being able to get in because these illegals don't have the ability to pay for basic health care. So they end up going to these hospitals or the ERs and flooding these damn rooms, and then the taxpayers end up paying for it. It's no different than them coming here and getting a free place to stay, getting transportation, getting food stamps, getting a fucking check for being here. Hello? Well, what about anybody else? What about our veterans that need a fucking place to stay? What about our veterans that need health care? What about our veterans that need fucking transportation? Why do they have to go through tooth and nail, but these people literally get bussed in and handed this shit for free? Hello? How does this even fair?
Exactly.
So they aren't paying
Yep.
for any of their own health care in this country. This is one example. And we've seen this over and over and over again. So under President Trump's leadership, and then of course with JD and the head of the FTC, Andrew Ferguson, we're going to see the first ever
Well, we
effort-
are at a time in our country where we have to decide whether we want mass immigration or welfare. That's where we're at with our country. If you allow the continued import and mass immigration of these people, by the year 2030, we probably won't have welfare anymore. It'll be gone. We can't afford both. We can't. And I don't understand, like, there's big rumors going around that, and I'm going to say rumor because I don't want to get sued, first and foremost. But I know, in my opinion, I think it's true, that the Democrats are importing all these people, well, not just the Democrats, I'm sure the Republicans, some Republicans were doing it as well, to get votes. What do they think is going to happen when the welfare stops and they can't hang that over these illegals' heads that if you don't vote for me, I'm going to take your welfare away? What do you think is going to happen? They're not going to vote for you and you won't have anything to hang over their head. And then every American will have no welfare. Where, like, What is this? Like, this is crazy. It's
in American
crazy.
history to reclaim the ultimately trillions of dollars that were stolen from taxpayers. I believe, and I know President Trump believes, that when this theft is exposed, we will see that if all of it were stopped, it would be enough to balance the budget.
Utter horseshit. Enjoy the Shadow Realm. No, actually, I don't get welfare. Making shit up host. Getting banned guy. You do realize that welfare is for people that are too old and are gonna die, right? This tells me everything I need to know about you. It tells me that you're not even in America. You're probably from some third world shithole. That up. Yeah, there's a lot of data coming out to back it up. Go look it up. Had free healthcare, but you chose war. What? That's the most brain. How'd you come to that conclusion? You could have had free healthcare, but you chose war? What? I love the mentality with a lot of these people. They're just so stupid. Man, we got a lot of dumbasses in chat today. This tells me I'm 31. I'm 31 years old. Enjoy your perma. So what is... I don't know what horseshit is. Apparently something is horseshit in chat. It's for people who are too old, not... It's everything. Where do you think the welfare... Dude, like, it's everything. Welfare, Social Security, everything. You chose war. That is just so fucking vague and, like, so brain dead. I just can't even with that comment. You chose war instead of healthcare. Sorry that we're tired of seeing American people die. The military budget... Yeah, and you know why it's crazy? Because we've been the world police for over 47 years. And now we're going to use the power that we've attained over these years, and we're going to make some change around the world. In defense of what? How can you defend yourself against stupidity? It only works for so long. Iran can never develop a nuclear weapon. That's why this is... Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, Iran can never have a nuke, period. I'm just gonna ban you because you're just being fucking stupid. Bye. I ask you a question and it's just a rebuttal of stupidity. No, you're stupid. Read a book. Reading a book is gonna tell me how current events work. That's great. Are we done with the stupid... You guys can't even attack the goddamn conversation. You have to attack me. You have no defense for anything I'm saying, so you're just going to attack me. Great fucking plan. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm paralyzed. I would know. I feel most of the people in chat right now are smoking. I think so too. What is the conversation? I mean, at this point, it's just trying to... People do. These people are just dumb. They are dumb. If you guys want to help me out, if you like copy and paste their name, or you do the @ and then if you just type out their name, and then you put what you want to ask them, like how they came to that conclusion, what did you do to find that information? This, ask them how so. Whatever, you can do that in chat. I strongly recommend actually having a conversation. Don't call them names, but ask them how they get their information. You would be surprised how many of them are dodging that because they're just propaganda pushers. They're trying to suppress the opinion, and they're going to say whatever they can to get to that point. They're not trying to have a valid conversation. No matter what you tell them or what you try to prove to them, it's always going to be the same thing. It's like a flat earther. You'll find that out real quick. But I absolutely recommend calling these people out. Who the fuck is BB? Who the fuck is that? I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm going to ban you because you're just spamming that and you're weird. How about that? I don't even know what that means.
The extraction of wealth from American taxpayers to people who don't belong here is the primary cause of the national debt, and this is the first ever effort to shut that down. Thank you, Mr. President.
First ever. And everyone knows they've been cheating for years.
I don't give a fuck about Israel. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. Who cares about that? I'm an American. I care about what America's doing. I don't give a shit about that. Why do people always do that? They always bring up Israel. Who fucking cares? They're aiding America and stopping a terroristic organization that believes in underage marriage and slaughters 32,000 people. I didn't see any of y'all pussy-ass bitches complaining or making any kind of YouTube video content like I was whenever they genocided 32,000 people. Why y'all always like, where's Netanyahu? No one cares, bitch. That's what happens when you're a terroristic regime. You get fucking genocided yourself. Congratulations. Let's see how your morals hold up when you got missiles shoved up your ass. Think the Ayatollah would say otherwise now.
First ever.
There he is, right there.
And it's got to be stopped.
Holy shit. Finally saying it?
Think of it, Somalia is a third world, maybe a fourth world nation. One of the worst.
Mold about it, bitch about it, cry about it, keep pushing your country's propaganda. It won't work here. America is the best country. We're the ultimate country. We have the best military, the best machinery, the best technology. We're the richest country in the world. And if you don't fucking like it, too fucking bad. Mold about it.
Dangerous. They don't have anything.
We got Doritos worth more. We've got big black flying Doritos worth more than the GDP of most fucking countries. All right? If you don't like us, too goddamn bad. Our bombs are bigger.
Councils, they don't have government, they don't have police, they shoot each other all over the place. They come here and they steal $19 billion.
BB is short for, crazy. Okay, so I know, okay, I didn't know that.
I hope this is part of it, but she married her brother, supposedly. I mean, there's a lot of documentation. That means she's here illegally and she's a congresswoman.
Get her out, bro!
And I hope you're going to be looking at that, or somebody
Get the bitch out!
Because she's one of the ringleaders here. She's
fourth
bad
world
news, really
country.
Bad news. She's so bad for our country. Anyway,
wow.
JD, please say a few words.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Mr. President. This is a very important whole-of-government approach to tackle the fraud problem. And let me just tell one story. One of the things that even before this executive order was signed that we were able to stop under the president's leadership is we saw evidence that in Minneapolis there were Somalis, primarily illegal
I think Trump's doing a great job so far. I didn't vote for him originally, but I think he's doing a damn good job. I do.
Who are defrauding a Medicaid program that was meant to go to autistic children. So they were taking children.
Damn, man, these are the people that these guys are trying to protect over here. We got these people trying to protect underage marriages, trying to take fucking money from disabled kids. They trying to take money from veterans. They trying to fucking like they trying to defend a regime that if you don't even wear your hijab correctly, they fucking in their religion, if you don't die married or if you die unmarried and you're not a virgin, you go to hell. So they like take women and they rape them in prison and then they kill them. Like, you really gonna try and tell me that, dude, like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
And they were claiming that their kids.
Yeah, let's defend that regime. That's a good idea.
Autistic,
that's right.
Whatever you say.
Yes.
And what did this mean? This meant two things. Number one, you had a lot of
That's
people
right. Nothing's changing. We're only going to drop more bombs. And we're only going to get more of these motherfuckers out of our country that are committing this awful fraud. And you know what? United States President Donald Trump.
Rich off of the fraud.
Every tear that one of these people's cry is $1 back in a disabled child's pocket. Damn, don't you just love country? Don't you just love America?
Citizens got poorer. And the second thing that it meant is that you had autistic kids in Minneapolis, in suburban Minneapolis, who weren't getting benefits they needed because Somali fraudsters were literally stealing out of their pocket. It's got to stop. And unfortunately, that kind of fraud is one example of probably hundreds just within the state of Minneapolis, and then it's repeated and replayed all over the United States of America.
Yep.
When we first started talking about this problem, the president made it
beard.
very clear he wanted us to take the fraud problem seriously because nobody had until he was president. We started to figure out one big hole that existed is that the agencies of the government weren't actually talking to each other.
Yeah.
No,
so
of course
Treasury
not.
would have evidence of financial fraud, but wasn't talking to the Department of Justice about it. Health and Human Services.
You know why? Because they were being suppressed. That's why. Just like all those whistleblowers that came forward the minute Tim Walz went on trial. Just like that. It's because they're risking their job if they speak up, and they know it. That's why they all stayed quiet until it blew over.
Evidence of Medicaid fraud, but wasn't talking to the Department of Treasury about it. So what this executive order does is force the entire apparatus of the federal government to do two things. Stop the fraud in the American taxpayer and make sure that the benefits that ought by right go to American citizens go to American citizens.
You don't even understand how hard it is to get benefits, especially Social Security or like welfare in states like Texas and Louisiana. Like, my mom had to sue the United States government to get her Social Security early with 3 heart attacks and a fucking stroke. She couldn't even walk, and she had to, like, go through court just to get her benefits. How the fuck are these people able to just fucking cash this shit and get it? It's crazy.
To fraudsters.
You know why they're able to cash this shit and get it? It's because it's set up for them. That's why.
Ferguson will be the vice chair and is going to do a great job. If you're curious what's the difference between the vice chair and the chair, the vice chair is going to do all the work, and I'm going to take all the credit. Andrew.
Yeah, look,
I think ICE needs to be more aggressive. If I was Donald Trump, I would mobilize the United States Army, and I would be rolling Panzers up the block, starting from all the way on the left side of the United States, and work my way all the way to the tip of New York in a straight fucking line. I would be mandating every single fucking house be searched, every illegal getting deported, and every criminal being put in jail. Period. No ands, ifs, or buts. And there would be mandatory work programs for prison as well. 100%. You want to commit crime? You could turn big rocks into little rocks until you go to sleep. How about that? That's exactly how the fuck it should be.
Of Americans pay into these programs every day, and they expect to get something out of it. And this fraud is just siphoning money that millions of Americans pay to fund their hospitals, to fund their daycare centers, into
tanks. We should be rolling tanks up and down the city blocks. That's what we should be doing. It should be like Boston during the Marathon bombing. Everyone should be sheltered in place. No one should be on the roads. And the United States government needs to be rolling SWAT people up and down the street, clearing out every single fucking house of every single illegal and criminal and putting their ass either in jail or deportation. That's what should be happening.
Fake businesses.
That's it isn't just guarantee you, if we do it fast enough, we'd be done in at least 2 years, if not sooner.
All of us as taxpayers who pay for all this.
What's his
it's
name?
particularly unfair to the Americans who need this the most and watch this money leave their hospital, leave their school system, and go out to fraud. And that is why this effort is so important. And I think we've just begun really looking at this, but I think that one of the things we're going to find is that in a lot of these agencies, the previous administration was pretty lax about existing anti-fraud controls, and we're going to expose that too.
Yeah,
true. You think 6 months? Hey, what we could do is we could start on both sides of the U.S. and move inward. I mean, shit.
I would take the word pretty out. I would change it with...
The fact that we even cater to some of these motherfucking sick, malicious criminals just makes my stomach sick, dude.
Unbelievably lax.
Yeah.
This place would be a fucking paradise, by the way, if we did that. If we did that, this place would be a paradise.
Not even
let me
lax.
know. He has Twitter. I'll DM him.
The previous administration was fraudulent.
You gotta get these roaches, bro.
And I think that's what you're gonna find also. And
ain't nobody said nothing about federal law enforcement. I said the United States military. We can even pull in the National Guard. Get this shit done.
We work so hard, like.
Ain't nobody talking about no federal agents, man. I'm talking about the military.
Nation's drug prices for years. People have wanted. We paid the highest drug prices anywhere in the world by far, by 5 times, 6 times, 10 times more than London would be paying in New York, more than any city in Europe was paying than our cities. We would have
Just another organization that America is paying for the most, by the way, out of every other country, paying the most into, and them and us being the ones that have to enforce it. Like this national law bullshit whenever we started the Iraq war. Oh, but national law. Oh, yeah, who enforces the national law, motherfucker? Who's the one paying the most into the national law, motherfucker? We are. We're the ones paying for it. And we're the ones that also have to enforce it. Why are we paying into something that we ourselves have to enforce? How does that make any fucking sense? Why should we be paying? They should be paying us. We should be getting paid to do that. Why the hell, like, what? Dude, you pick, if there was a phone line for the person you get in contact with to inform the national law police, it'd probably go straight to the United States President's office. Hey, come the fuck on.
That would sell for $10.
You know how I know that? Because we're currently solving problems all over the world. We captured Maduro. We're fixing Iran, solving all the terrorism in the Middle East. And then we're going to take care of Cuba. Cuba already came to the table. They want to do a deal. They're scared.
Munich in Germany would sell for $10, and in New York it would be $100.
Big surprise. The people that have solved everything in the past, they're having to solve everything now because nobody else wants to step up to the fucking plate. And they don't want to. That's why they're condemning it, is because they're scared. They don't want to have to do anything for their fucking country.
$80 or whatever. And we worked so hard.
It's live, yes, live.
And we pulled it off. It's called Most Favored Nations. So now we went from by far the most expensive.
Oh, hold on. It's got to catch up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Well, if I don't know what I'm talking about, then where are you getting information and how am I talking about it in a wrong way? And also, I'm a liar being lied to. Okay, so obviously your information is better than the United States government's information, and it's also better than everyone else on social media. So where are you getting your information? Y'all clearly know what's better, so where are y'all getting y'all's information from? Since everybody, including even the Trump administration's got it wrong, the UK's got it wrong, Poland's got it wrong, the Iran government seems to know everything, so, like, where should I be getting my information from? Since you know so well. What is this? It's, Alan. Oh, no, not Alan. It's, Carlton Burnell? And, Steven. I'm just gonna call you Steven. Nothing? You got nothing from these people? Why is it always the same? See, this seems to be the normal, like, why y'all roaching out? I'll give you guys a minute. Y'all say y'all get in and say stupid stuff, and then y'all roach out when y'all get called up. We spent $120 billion a month on Wall Street bond buys. Okay, well, what does that got to do with the current stance of things? What does that have to do with anything? You are being lied to about where the money is going. Well, since you know, then where's the money going? How do you have where'd you get your information? I mean, at least I'm pulling up his goddamn speech. I mean, I've got, like, him being pulled up right here. I've got the United States president telling us what's going on. Like, if you can't trust what he's saying, which to an extent you can't, but at the same time, how do you know you could trust any social media platform, period? Based on that context, everything's a lie. You're going to live your life as a lie? It's just a simulation at this point. Like, come on. What are we doing? You still didn't tell me where you got this information. So you have access to the federal records. You have access to something that only has high clearance, right? And I don't care about Wall Street. Who gives a fuck about Wall Street? What does Wall Street have anything to do with this? You do realize that all the money on Wall Street is from very rich people? Like the 1% of 1%? Who the fuck cares about Wall Street? We're talking about the Iran war, immigration. Where's that? Again, who cares about Wall Street? No one cares about Wall Street. We're not even talking about Wall Street. Hackers have been following this for years. We spent $5 trillion during the pandemic, and $4.3 trillion of it went to Wall Street. Okay, yeah. I mean, we've known for years. Like during the housing crisis, they bailed out all the banks and left the homeowners to rot. What else is new? At least they said it then. Who cares about the Dow? Wall Street and the Dow affect the 1% of Americans, the richest of the rich. There's nobody here that gives a fuck about the Dow. I don't care about the Dow. I had more buying power when the Dow was down. Think about that. How much more buying power did you have in 2008 compared to now where the fucking stock market is skyrocketed? You had way more buying power back then. I don't give a fuck about that. Nobody cares about that. Why are you bringing up the stock market? What? We're still giving the government taxpayer dollars. What are we changing now that's going to affect our future and our kids? That's what we need to focus on. What happened, happened. It's done. Okay? Let's move on from that. We need to solve the Iran problem to keep them from getting nukes to nuke our kids, first off, and to stop terrorists all over the world. And number two, we need to worry about our welfare programs and get all these illegals out so that way we have welfare for our kids. That's where we're at. You over here talking, I don't give a fuck about the stock market. What are we doing right now? I don't care about the Biden administration. I don't care about the Obama administration. What are we doing now to solve this fucking problem? Trump is doing a damn good job at solving this problem. He's addressing it. And the longer you stay in the past, the less likely we are to change things for our kids. Enough of this living in the past dog shit. What are we doing today that will change our future? That's what we need to be focusing on. No terrorists in the world, sign me the fuck up. That we need more bombs. Give them more money. Comedy, that's all you got? Okay, then.
Drugs anywhere in the world, prescription drugs,
No, not cheapest,
to
but
the
cheap.
least expensive, and I had to get all the nations
subsidized
to
medical
agree, and
research
I
in
don't
the
want to
entire
bore you
world.
with how
Yeah.
I did it, but I did it.
He did
Everyone
it.
said it was
Wow.
impossible to do, including the
Everybody
drug
said it-
companies, and we did
everybody
it.
said it was
we worked so
impossible.
hard on it,
But he did
and we're
it.
going to save.
Let me explain to you what defamation looks like. But you want to support a terroristic regime like Iran that supports underage marriage and celebrates it. By the way, it's defamation if you say that Donald Trump did anything on that island, by the way. We don't have actual evidence in those files that condemn him. How is it that his name is in there 5,000, 35,000, 600,000 times, yet there's never anything that shows that he did anything? At least not that we've seen yet. I feel like Trump shouldn't even be in office. I think J.D. Vance should be running office right now. You know why? Because J.D. Vance would not only be more aggressive with everything, but Trump is, he's compromised because of those files. He may not have done anything in those files, but because he is in those files and he's implicated in those files, he shouldn't be running. He's putting everything in jeopardy if he's got anything condemning in those redacted sections of those files. He's going to put everything that he's built up in jeopardy, everything that Americans have built up for him in jeopardy. But a lot of people don't want to talk about what would happen if Trump got, removed from office because of the files. You know what would happen? J.D. Vance would take over. And you know who's more aggressive? J.D. Vance. And you know what the best part is? Is that if J.D. Vance does a good job as president for the remaining 2.5 years, he could run for 2 more terms. So that means that we would get him for 2.5 years. No, we'd get him for longer than that. We'd get him for, I'm sorry, not 2.5. We'd get him for 9.5 years. We'd get him for, no, it'd be more than that, wouldn't it? Because this is only Trump's second year. This is only Trump's second year. Holy shit. And we just starting this year, too. We already the 3rd month in. Huh, we'd have JD for a while if he managed to get elected. So, yeah, there you go.
So much money for the people. Your drug prices are going to be dropping at levels never even by 50, 60, 70, 80% in some cases.
What a shitty tie.
You work so hard, and then you...
It's the rhetoric that they use that the Trump administration is too aggressive. And my rebuttal to that is that if you think that Trump is aggressive with ICE and everything, just imagine how aggressive J.D. Vance is going to be. You do realize that Trump is going to be a pivot in our politics for the rest of as long as this country is alive. Trump has been so aggressive in his policy making and his decision making that any other president that's going to come after him is going to have a high bar. So they're going to have to step up to it.
You see them stealing $19 billion. It's like in one pocket, out the other. I don't like it. And I think Andrew and JD, I think they have maybe one of the most important jobs.
They do.
Maybe it could be one of the most important things that we're signing because I really believe that they have an opportunity to do something so good for our country. People talk about balancing budgets. You can't balance a budget.
Man, we got lots of chirpers in chat today. I think what we're just going to do is we're just going to start banning people. I think that's just what we're going to do. If you were in the region right now, you'd be crying because your hero isn't coming for you. That's weird. That's weird. Shows us the evidence that implicates Trump. Exactly. Like, where's the evidence? Like, everyone's saying, well, Trump's this and Trump's that, but where's your evidence? You don't think by now if there was anything that was hardcore in there that the people wouldn't have dug it up by now? They've even unredacted some of the files using some weird glitch. Like, I'm 31. Stay out of my channel, dumbass. And these guys wonder why they can't get a decent, supportive partner. I mean, I have a fiance. I'm like, the fuck? I have a partner. Like, why is it that anytime somebody has a bigger brain than you, you have to revert to monkey state? You do know that monkeys care about having sex, shitting, pissing, eating, and where they're going to shove the stick up their ass next, right? And he's no civilized person that only thinks about just having sex with people. I'm sorry, but like, if that's all you've got to go on is just name calling, is calling people like incel and stuff, you're losing this. You are, because you think that having some weird conversation that you can easily poke a bunch of holes in and completely like take apart, you're going to have this like stance that's going to be noble and moral. And it's like, no, it's just not how that is, man. Hide user. Moist needs to react to you. I wish you would. That'd be awesome for my channel. Even if it was bad, it'd still be awesome. Not be implicated. No, he's in the files, but there's nothing condemning on him. There's nothing that is hard evidence. And here's the kicker. Let's say they do unredact those files. Let's say they do fully unredact those files, victims and everything. The next rebuttal is going to be, it was fake. It's fake. It's false. They're lying. When does it end? When does it fucking end? It never ends. It never ends because these people make their positions on chaos. They have to keep the chaos going to continue holding their position, to continue making money. That's why. It's no different than a legacy media broadcaster talking about the guy that got stabbed 35 times. It's sad to hear, but they're making money off of it. At the end of the day, if you turn America into a paradise, they have nothing to report and they lose their jobs. Think about it. Let's use some brain cells.
People are stealing $19 billion and nobody's ever heard of anything like it.
Yeah.
We had, I guess, in the same state, you went autism, where 4 or 5 years ago, they spent $1 million, and now it's
like
almost
37.
$400 million in just a few years. Well,
Damn, those
autism
kids is retarded.
didn't go up like that. And even the 1 million was probably a fraud, but it went from 1 million to almost 400 million in just a few years. These are crooked people. They basically said everybody in the state had autism. These are crooked, horrible people. And, you know, I was elected on, with JD, Make America Great Again.
I've heard of that.
Damn straight.
And we can't have this stuff happening.
Right.
We have to be respected. And they left. So I'm going to sign this. We'll take some questions, but let me sign this first before I don't forget. Let's see.
W. Donald Trump, man, signing that shit into law.
I don't forget not to,
I love
but
to
maybe
see
I'll
it. I
decide
love to
not
see it.
I
Yes,
would
sir.
decide not to. If I didn't think they could do the job, I would decide not to. But that'll
We
be
got Marcus Rubius taking over places like Venezuela and soon Iran, going over to Cuba to get things straight with that dictator. And then we got J.D. Vance cleaning up the streets and fraud in America. And then we got Trump running it like a well-oiled greased machine. You know what, boys? W administration. Seriously. I'm very, very proud of everything that Trump has done so far. I really hope that those files don't tarnish his reputation. I really hope that he's not a monster. I do. And if he is, well, you know, the Old Testament had some real good punishments in that.
I think you're going to find numbers.
Is that
Andrew,
right?
I think you're going to
I
find
never
numbers
forget.
that are far higher than you even think.
But if he's not,
Andrew came to
full
us.
W.
Said, sir, he's read the stories about Minnesota. We know California
Saw it on Twitter.
many times worse, but Minnesota's terrible. They're all terrible.
Beautiful.
Those cities are terrible. New York is terrible.
Starting to show his age. He is almost
What's
80.
going on in Chicago, Illinois?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think he's almost 80. Trump is almost 80, bruh.
Of a governor is terrible.
Man, these young guys got to start stepping up, bro.
And the kind of money we're talking
Fatty?
about
I remember
is
Fatty.
these are high
We
IQ
we
people.
have been on this video for a while. There's a lot of stupid people in chat. My fucking thing must be going fucking crazy, huh? No, not really. Oh yeah, if y'all new here, hit the sub button. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11:30. Hit the like button on the stream. Every little like helps. Thank you, thank you.
March 24th, 2020.
Every like helps the stream. If you ever miss a stream, don't worry about it. It's always up. The streams are always up. You can also hit that channel membership up. You get exclusive emotes that I made myself. And you'll most likely end up on the front of the YouTube page as a supporter. Got to get that got good, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to do something. I did it. Okay, I'm good.
Dozens gathered outside Rangrace and Hammersmith, protesting the Sikh owner restaurant's long-standing refusal to serve.
Let's see, there's got to be other stuff. Hold on. Oh yeah, man. There's another video. There's another video of this guy. They're still trying to pass him off. I love how these guys, they can't actually kill anybody. So they're posting AI videos of them blowing up the USS Abraham multiple times, and now we've got them trying to say that this man is dead, and he keeps uploading videos saying he's not dead, and they still keep claiming that he's dead, circling fucking points in the videos that just make no sense.
The new BB video dropped. Is there another one? I haven't even seen that. So this is the new video that everybody now thinks is once again.
These people can't actually take out any targets, so now they're make-believing these targets being taken out. It's a beautiful thing.
True. So I mean, you know, these are really short clips. What, did they not get the pro version for Gemini? The AI walk? It's another cut. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is the background so blurry? Nobody knows why. Well, actually...
It's because of the camera. It's just a good camera. It's a setting that are on some really high-quality cameras that they have.
Somebody does. The man
it could also be through editing as well. It could have just been edited.
Pakistan in the comment section knows why. The thing is, it's fake as fuck. Well, I don't know, guys. Ring Wait a second. Ring disappears at 10. I 26 seconds. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this on maximum quality. Okay, there's the ring. I'm gonna track it with the mouse.
I can't see it.
It looks very suspicious.
Is that a silver ring? Is it silver or is it gold?
I'm gonna track it with the mouse. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put
this on silver or gold? Quality. I'm gonna say this before I look it up. If it's silver, then you're not gonna see that ring sometimes. If it's gold, it's a little different, but the same thing's gonna happen. If it's a silver ring, there's a good chance that it's just refracting the light and it's just showing up as, like, it's just not visible because it's mirroring everything that's around it. But if it's a gold ring, then I don't know. It could just be the camera fucking up. It could be artifacting. Who knows? Again, like, it's probably doing the same thing that it's doing with the backdrop. It's blurring it. And then you have to keep in mind that there's a good chance they have an AI filter over this. So by the time they get done editing this, there's a good chance that the AI filter just cropped it out. In a prior video that Asman did, there was a picture in Hassan's back room that wasn't there. It was, was it Hassan? I think it was Hassan. And it was originally a YouTube play button, and then they put it through the filter to brighten it up and make it look better. And whenever the video came out, the YouTube play button showing that he had 1 million subscribers was replaced with a painting. This happens a lot. Not a lot of people know this, but big surprise, if you've got a content creator or someone of a high political figure, you're going to run that bitch through a few times to make sure it makes that person look good. Is the ring that Benjamin Netanyahu is wearing, is it silver or gold? They also brought up the pin. There's supposed to be a pin on his shirt too.
Track it with the mouse. it looks very suspicious. All right? It's just simply video artifacts. Yeah, but wouldn't that be what you would say if you got caught? It's kind of weird
I don't know.
that the ring
what is it?
when his hand
Okay, it looks silver to me, but I don't know.
What are the odds of that? God damn. And so
Again, it could have just been done by rendering. It happens. It happens a lot. I don't have that kind of like rendering ability in the older Vegas Pro that I have, but it has happened, and Asman even got called out for it from Hassan before. So like, it happens.
So everybody is calling this out now. Netanyahu might genuinely be dead. This is the second likely AI video of him in just 2 days they've posted. 2020.
Oh damn! Megabytes just joined the Get Good W Megabytes. Hell yeah!
6 is wild. So everybody thinks this video's fake. And Netanyahu missed another meeting. Oh my God. So he's not at a second meeting, and he posted another video that people think is AI. This one is same jacket, same height.
I mean, you also have to keep in mind that Netanyahu's old as shit. I think he's above 80 now, isn't he? How old is Benjamin Netanyahu? He's 76. I mean, maybe he's in the hospital. Who knows?
Didn't change any clothes. Mossad AI generated Netanyahu. Yes, they're using Israel GPT in order to maintain this facade. So there we go, guys. That's another one. Did he die like a dog? Well, I don't know yet. We're gonna have to find out.
Here, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
Anders, if he has a message,
I'm having a hard
just for
on it. This party pin that I got.
Japanese.
Nope. I hate
An interview with Bernie.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't even remember how long ago it was. I think it's been a minute, hasn't it?
And we are going to talk about the burnt people.
He made
entertaining this video of his. Spiritually, this is it. This.
That's the legendary. Don't even bang you.
Straight up, I'm gonna be able to find it. I don't even know if he made a video. Maybe I saw it on stream.
his comeuppance will.
Hassan is no longer dual streaming to people that watch me on Twitch. Gassing up people who just openly malicious for somebody that's not even involved with every ring in the people speak at. What the hell?
There's no way it was before his trip. Maybe he didn't make a video for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. It could be in any one of these.
And he's crashing out. He's crashing out while she's on camera. She's just
You the line, chat. Terrorize pug. You didn't understand, I think. You guys fake as his socialism larping and his dick don sports a pure natural rat. He looks like
this clip.
There's a confession with this guy.
Like a picture book of people that are saying negative things about me, and he's reading them.
Why is he so R-worded for real?
Do you see?
This word is basically the
Doctor, your kid.
You know what? Fuck this. I can't argue with retards, okay?
I don't think I'm going to be able to find it.
Zoran Mamdani was.
That's nuts.
Reveals that he does fucking hate that no is.
A lot, actually.
You can.
So bad. It's completely clean. What are we talking?
It's okay. I don't think Benjamin Netanyahu's dead. I think it's just more propaganda they're trying to spin anyway. Let's move on from this. Decapitating the regime. Here we go. So this is the exiled prince from Iran. I don't know why he just doesn't go back and take his damn country, but that's just me, I guess.
Peshawar is the advisor to the exiled crown prince
of
Iran. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Oh, not this guy, but
first of all,
we saw him in a prior video, the exiled prince of Iran.
Just tell me this. Who do you think is in charge of Iran right now?
Well, thanks to President Trump's absolute bravery and courage in taking on this regime, I call it the new Trump doctrine that our moral security presages our physical security. What President Trump is doing is he's preempting our national security ahead of these threats. If you imagine the Iranian regime attacked, 14 nations in retaliation last week, in the very first week, and everyone in the Middle East was shocked that this happened. They thought they were, friendly with this evil regime. And now we're in a reality that,
imagine
if they had a nuclear bomb, they would have used it. They would have absolutely used
it. Oh, yeah, duh. Why do you think that America did what it did when it did it? Of course. You do realize that these people bombed every single country around them that were neutral with them, right? They absolutely would have used a nuke. Duh.
President Trump is getting ahead of all of this and ending this regime. And this is the first AI war of America. This is precision lethality. Step by step, they're decapitating this regime week by week. They've gone after the leadership. They've gone after the missile systems. They've gone
15,000 missiles, 15,000 targets taken out.
The Air Force. They've gone after the Navy.
It's crazy,
now, man. I've got reports from inside of Iran that the Iranian people are from the balconies are reporting where the Basiji militias who killed the 43,000 Iranians back in 2 days in January. They're reporting the locations of the Basijis, and the drones are coming in and killing the Basiji militia in the streets. And the Iranian people are celebrating, and they're calling it popcorn. They're watching pop.
God damn!
Popcorn.
That's incredible.
That's the term that they're calling it. So that's on
Holy
the ground.
shit, dude! They don't give a fuck about the IRGC.
The psychology of the Iranian people. They're waiting. They're basically unarmed soldiers in this war, allies with the Americans and the Israelis in this pursuit of justice and liberation.
Right. So I have to ask you.
Iranian people.
This report out of the New York Post claiming evidence, or at least reports given to the president, that the son of the Ayatollah is gay. Is that a report?
Yeah, that's a thing that's been going around. So, and I'd imagine they're doing this on purpose. They are trying to bait this man to come out because they're probably going to kill him. I guarantee you. So they're trying to bait him to come out because he has to, from what I understand, they're trying to make him come out of hiding and announce that he's not gay. But apparently, from what I've heard, is that the prior Ayatollah, or the Ayatollah, the prior supreme leader, did not want this man getting into power because of some relationships that he knew about.
Ever heard before? And is that something that people in Iran are talking about?
There are rumors that his father, the Ayatollah supreme leader, was also gay. So it wouldn't surprise me that it runs in the family somehow. Look, there's no proof of life here of this president, of the supreme leader being alive. That he's put letters. There's no video. The rumors are he's either maimed or in a coma. But that's just symbolic of what this regime does. They have a practice called taqiyya, which is the Shia Muslim practice of lying and strategically.
Obviously. I mean, look at all the AI videos that Elon had to take down. They had their accounts suspended for how many of those were just straight up fake nonsense.
and they're extremely good at lying. They've been lying for 47 years.
They're very good at
fear
that.
and terror to stay in power.
Mm-hmm. And they got an administration that's not going to deal with that shit.
Shervin Pishavar, thank you so much.
Israeli forces confirming the Michigan synagogue attack.
Bro, why do we have these motherfuckers in our country? We need to denaturalize these people that come from these countries like this, and we need to send them back. We do. That's what needs to happen to them. They need to get up out of the country.
His commander, and they got rid of him permanently during the strikes last week.
Oh, no. This is okay, so this was recently. Commander killed in Israel strike.
Beirut. Our next guest knows all about the fighting the war on terror here and abroad. Jim Hansen ran counter-terror operations in the U.S. With the U.S. Army Special Forces and joins us now. So what is different about this over the last 4 attacks? What stands out from you, which is different from after 9/11 and the years after Iraq?
Bro, patriotism's it's where it's at, man. God bless America. God bless the troops. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the change has been, previously we were concerned about what countries immigrants came from.
Hey, no reason why you should hate your own country. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to co-opt you into hating your own country. Don't ever listen to that. You live in the best country in the world if you're in America. You know why? You know how you know that? Because all these third worlders trying to get into your country and take your welfare and tell you what your Constitution says. That's how you know that. Don't ever listen to these people. Most of them don't know how to read.
Whether they had been radicalized by a mosque or a particular radical imam preacher. And
that's why they use go read a book as an insult.
The internet. But I think now we have to add to that the climate of violent hyperbolic rhetoric by the revolutionary left and some Democrats that is demonizing Israel, that is demonizing the Trump administration.
How's it going,
for
Allison?
partnering with them
Doing all right
in
today?
Fighting against these terrorists. And in some way is inciting some of this violence.
Hey, Jim, I was watching video in New York City, in Midtown, where hundreds of people were chanting for the Ayatollah, for Nasrallah, and for Hamas and Hezbollah in New York City. I mean, every one of those.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since you've been around, huh? You must have been busy.
Should have been looked at with facial recognition and find out where they're getting this sentiment from, don't you think?
100%. And we need to trace back.
But what's, oh God, here we go. Oh, well, okay, all right, yeah. We there yet? No, not there yet. No, we still loading. Hold on, we still hold on, wait, we still loading. Hold on. We still loading. Hold on, wait, we still loading. Okay, there we go. Where'd it go? Yeah, guys, hit the sub. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11:30. We start with gaming reaction stuff in the morning. We go into the big political stuff, and then we usually finish off with like a fucking a dash cam video or a police video, or I want to do firefighter stuff because I was a firefighter, but I can't really find any firefighter stuff that doesn't immediately get copyright. How we are invest our little dollars. Can we get a win somehow? 0. City did themselves. Yeah, hit the like button on the stream. Every little watch helps. You know what I'm saying? Everyone watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Hit the sub button. I can't promise you that I'll be popping up in y'all's algorithm right now. I've got the algorithm a little bit on my side, but you know what I'm saying? And y'all in the comments too. If y'all see somebody that's acting like a fool, don't call them names. Attack their conversation. These people ain't got the legs to stand on. You start asking them questions about the propaganda they're trying to push. Ask them where they get the information from. Just hit the @ Just literally type out their name the way you see it. The @ and then hit that. Ask them questions. Do it. Ask them where they get their information from. How did they come to the conclusion they're at? Where are they learning this stuff from? Ask them. We're here to converse. We're here to debate. We are not here to attack and insult. If you have a good argument, you don't have to attack and insult anybody. You can just ask questions and have a debate. But whenever you fall on attacking somebody or threatening somebody, that's how you know they lost. When they start mauling out, that's how they know they lost.
I can see
Call them out.
Funding those.
You don't have to, but
in a lot of ways, it is the usual suspects.
you got to oppress these people like they're trying to oppress the American voice. You have to hold these people individually accountable, and eventually we'll burn through enough of them that there won't be any left. Because that's what they've done to the American people. They've oppressed our voice. It's the one freedom you have as an American is your voice. They know that. That's why they're trying to oppress it.
From the revolutionary left, it's Soros and the rest of those open societies.
Because if you chirp and you've got other people around you that have been forced to be silent chirping, you realize real quick who the majority is.
Type organizations, and we need to look at what they're doing to fund it, how they're stirring up this kind of anger in a way that now has boiled over and is causing deaths to American citizens for their cause.
So I want to bring you to a quote in the Wall Street Journal about this new Made in America terrorist trend. Western counterterrorism operated for decades on a simple premise: threats from somewhere else. That premise no longer holding. The ideology no longer needs territory, command structures, or training camps.
That's false. Most American people are saying they want the war. A lot of veterans from the Iraq-Afghanistan war want the Iran war because they figured out where all the terrorists were getting their funding from. There's a lot of propaganda bouncing around nowadays, boys. That's why I'm saying you got to oppress these people in the comments. Use your voice of, this is the reason why we don't have to stand out in the street in Minneapolis and start pushing violence and blocking up roadways, is because that's how they get motion in their politics. It's because their house foundation is built on a cracked foundation. The minute you start poking and prodding that crack, it gets bigger because it's false witness is what it is. It's fake. They're getting their ideals from having it baby birded to them from some other person on the internet, and they're just baby birding it around to each other. And you break that cycle by calling a few of these people out and asking them what their actual opinions are. That's how you suss this out. You start realizing, because they can't think for themselves, you start asking them questions about where they get their information. They usually never tell you, or it's always from biased media, like literally from an Iran fucking media station, or from some other weird site that has had multiple lawsuits against them for defamation. Just ask them,
It
changes the whole conversation.
Networks and personal grievances. It is radicalized, unfolding quietly inside their own society.
So what am I saying is bullshit? So what am I? So you obviously upset. So what am I saying that's bullshit? Kirk Din, 71. Obviously you have a problem with what I'm saying. So what's the problem? What's your dilemma? What's your delusion? The best part is I don't have to curse at you. I don't have to call you names, but I'm probably going to. Well, you going to roach out now that the eye of Sauron is upon you? What happened? You was chirping 5 seconds ago. You was saying a whole lot. Didn't you not going to say nothing now, huh? That's crazy. Well, I just love it whenever all you got is an insult, and the minute you get pulled out, you pulled up, you get roached, you roached the fuck out. What happened? You was chirping real good a couple seconds ago, and I see some other little chirpers down there too. He roached out. He's gone now. So what we gonna do is we gonna make sure that he stays gone. We gonna permaban him. Enjoy the Shadow Realm. What about? Hold on, wait is a source. I just think most of them are lost and don't agree in good faith. No, they don't. They always bring up their arguments in bad faith as well. They don't ever want to do it in good faith. Why would I enlist? I don't want to enlist. That's the best part about being an American. You can choose not to enlist. Everyone that I've banned so far that has said this has been propaganda pushers for Iran in some way, shape, or form. Hell, I even had one person admit it this morning. Go make a big, fat, nice piece of content out of that. Bro realized he fucked up and redacted that comment real quick. Red-pilled? No, I'm American. I'm an American that wants good things for America. I want free universal health care. I want universal basic income. I want veterans who go and serve our country to get a free fucking house because they deserve it. If you're willing to die for this country, our country should be willing to give you some fucking money and assets. We should have free universal health care and free universal income. And we should be taking that money from all these fucking corporations that are replacing jobs with bots. That's what we need to be doing. I'm pro-American. I don't give a fuck who's running the country as long as they're running it well. And they're thinking with the best interest of every American person that's here. Taking out a terroristic regime that's killed hundreds, if not thousands of Americans and troops, I'm all for it, baby. Bomb them more. Be more aggressive. Get them the fuck out. Bring in the multiple black flying Doritos and bomb the shit out of them. I don't give a fuck. You want to hurt Americans? You want to tell people in America that they're stupid for being Americans? Get fucked, loser. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Societies. So that's pretty much what you were saying, correct? You don't have to see if they went to Lebanon. You don't have to see if they want to spend any considerable time in Iran. You just see where they're logging on, which is tough to do.
And how do you do that in a society where you cannot discriminate based on a religion? You can't say Muslims are the problem. You have to say Islamists or jihadists. And how do you tell what they're doing within an insular community, where that may be more acceptable than it is other places? And in this case, I think we should have been able to find the fact that this guy had a brother in Lebanese Hezbollah. They have their own Lebanese Hezbollah scouts. So
Bro,
I think it's...
You guys gonna think I'm crazy. I keep this fucking apartment at 64. And I usually only wear this when I stream. Straight up. I love the cold, man. If it'd be up to me, it'd be snowing outside in Texas. I'd be out there butt-ass naked making snow angels.
It's likely that this guy may have been a scout as a young kid in that...
My body temperature is just crazy high. I don't know why. So, I usually keep it cold. In the morning, I'm cold, but, towards the end of the day, I get really fucking warm. It sucks so bad.
That village. So I think we have to look at all of those, where they came from and how they got radicalized here in the United States.
Yeah, these motherfuckers that are trying to blow up shit, like those two little clowns that threw that nail bomb over in New York. What we need to do is, since they got all the footage for that, they need to put them motherfuckers in the chair. They need to publicize that, and they need to take all the other people that decided to do these terrorist attacks ever since we took out their god-awful regime. We need to put them in the chair too. And then once we're done with that, we need to denaturalize and deport all these people. That's what we need to fucking do. I'm tired of all these motherfucking terrorists in my motherfucking country. Get them the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
I would hope there would be an asterisk next to his name, whatever he did. And what about the Old Dominion? I mean, this guy's in jail for helping ISIS, gets out on good behavior, I guess, after 6 years, and no one's tracking him? Next thing you know, he's killing one of these great Americans, this ROTC teacher who, if you look
at anybody that helps these motherfuckers do this shit, I heard that ROTC fucking teacher helped this son of a bitch do this. If you get found out like that, you need to get charged with treason and you need to be in the chair next to him. There is no fucking excuse for... You want to betray your people? Fuck you. Fuck you. You're no different than them. Get out.
Career, he's just a superstar.
Go to the country that you're trying to help and see how long you last. You should airdrop these motherfuckers into their country.
Dies because this guy gets out of prison after telling us he's ISIS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a dismal failure of the people who run that part of our justice.
You know what should happen? The judge should be charged with treason and terrorism as well. You start holding these judges accountable for letting all these criminals and these schizos out of fucking prison, you're going to see a big shift. These judges that are doing this, that are like psyopting with these fucking terrorists. So dude literally told them that he was a terrorist cell, and they let him out. Big surprise, he went and tried to kill people. You start holding these judges accountable, you're gonna see a huge shift in the atmosphere.
And the mentality of the Democrats.
Every bad decision and every bad person these judges let out on parole and they don't monitor is one American that could be killed or assaulted. And this is disgusting. And the fact that we have allowed this for as long as we've allowed it is abysmal. It's awful.
Says, oh, no, everyone should have a second chance. I don't believe anyone who has been involved with terrorism in any way should have a second chance.
We need to make mental asylums great again. You're right, we do. We need to make insane asylums great again.
At anything, if he's naturalized, denaturalize, and remigrate him.
We need to round up all these schizo protesters that are blocking ICE agents and federal agents, and we need to put their ass in that insane asylum is what we need to fucking do.
United States.
All right, Jim, thanks so much.
We might as well bring back lobotomization? I believe that's how my brain just had a straight up dead moment. These people got this brain, they ain't using it, so why the fuck they need it anyway? You know what I'm saying?
They don't have any more terror
And you know what's crazy? In my opinion, these terrorists and these bad criminals, they should be thankful they're not being harvested for organs at this point. Honestly. That's strongly what I believe in. You gonna go out there, you gonna kill an American, you gonna hurt somebody? Well, man, I think somebody in Atlanta, Georgia needs a heart. Nah, maybe they need a lung. We can keep you alive for a little bit longer.
Talk about, but
what are we doing? What are we doing with these criminals, man?
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart.
Boy. Finally, you say it. Finally, you say it. See, I guess maybe me saying.
Why are there multiple videos? What the fuck? What's going on here? Closed caption?
Of U.S. Central Command, Admiral Howard.
Oh, dude, it's so quiet. Oh, my God, it's so quiet.
Howard grew up in Iran, so he has a very interesting perspective on all of this, his long years in the military and also his personal experience in the region. And retired Navy Vice Admiral Mark Fox, former commander of U.S. Navy CENTCOM. He was Communications Division Chief for the multinational force in Iraq, a U.S.-led coalition that oversaw the operations during the Iraq War. Both are with the Iran Policy Project at the Jewish Institute for National Security in America. And gentlemen, it is very good to have both of you with us. Let me start, if I may, Admiral Howard, with you. And I want to play this other piece of sound from the president talking about what he plans to do now. We know that Carg Island was hit over the weekend, but
sub to the channel, hit the like button on the stream. We stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11:30. Check it out. We're here every day. Sub to the channel, please. It helps. Hit the like on the stream when you see it. It helps. Hit like on any video you see. It also helps. Every little bit helps. You can join the channel membership as well. You can join the Got Good. We got exclusive emotes. The longer you stay in the Got Good, the more emotes unlock. I believe that's how I set it up. So that way you don't have to pay for the higher one if you don't want to. I think that's how I have it set up. I need to look at that, but I just haven't had the time lately. Any stream you miss will always be there unless it gets like not copy struck, but it violates community guideline or something else happens with it and it has to be taken down. But other than that, the stream will always be up. And I post videos throughout the day of that stream. So
and energetically ongoing. Here he is at number 3.
We're hitting them very hard, and today is a big day where we're pounding a certain area that has very much to do with the strait. And I think we'll get it going very soon. In addition, we do have other nations coming in. You need people to watch and people to see. We have other nations coming in.
So, Admiral Howard, we have a satellite image, maybe we can put it up, that just shows the traffic through the area. There's a lot sort of bunched on either side of that narrow area of the strait. So clearly there's a lot of restriction as to what can get through. And you heard the president's plan there. What's your reaction to all that?
Well, I think it reinforces how important the Straits of Hormuz and the flow of commerce is to everyone, and why coalitions
That's a clever one. I had to Google that one.
of the solution. So
I didn't know what that meant, but now that
important as
now that I do, megabytes, man, look at that channel, bro. Look at that channel support right there. You guys don't have to, by the way. That's crazy, man. What a real interesting thing to say. Again, we can't attack the argument. We can't attack that argument. But man, we're gonna attack the person with the argument, right? That's crazy. You know, that's actually kind of clever. There's only one problem with this. I'm 31. I'm 31.
well. So tying
Call of Duty's for losers. Who the fuck plays Call of Duty? The fuck?
together and
I don't even remember the last Call of Duty I bought. I think it was 2 games prior to the one that's out now, maybe? Maybe?
with everyone.
I don't even think I bought it. That's the funny part.
To get it done. And so adding that additional capacity and capabilities that our partners bring to the table is critical. And I can't think of a better person. Good to be here with you and my shipmate, Fox. He understands specifically because he was solely responsible for that in one of his previous jobs.
Well, that's a great introduction. Vice Admiral Mark Fox, thank you for being here as well. From your own experience, sir, what do you see as sort of the issue here that maybe people who haven't spent time in the Strait as you have don't understand about what's really going on here?
Yo, low-key, Black Ops 2 is a damn good place to stop playing Call of Duty on. Hardcore. Like, if you're talking about the original Black Ops 2, well, that's a damn good place to
Well,
stop.
the geography is fixed. The Strait of Hormuz is about maybe 20 miles or so.
You know what's crazy? You obviously have an opposing opinion. So let's hear your opposing opinion. Building his own little echo chamber where he's the ringleader. Well, I just unvalidated that by bringing you up. An echo chamber allows no other people to have an opposing opinion and not allowing them to have a voice. Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance. So what do you know, and where did you get the information that you know about everything that's happening in Iran and everything that happened in Venezuela and illegal immigration? Where did you get that information, and what's your opinion on it? And it better be good. I just made sure that I'm not creating an echo chamber. It's just sad that every time I bring one of you people up, all I get is the same bullshit answer that makes no fucking sense. It's either too vague. Yeah, be specific too. It's either too fucking vague and you can't do anything with it, or it's just an insult. Sorry, but that's not how an echo chamber works. Sorry that I don't feel like sitting in a place where people are just calling you names. I don't really think that's a conversation. That's just being insulted. That's just stupid. Who would want to sit there and deal with that unless you have to? But that's okay, because clearly you're gonna inform the rest of us now. You're gonna tell the rest of us how you got your information and how everything, including the United States government and all legacy media, is wrong. Right? I mean, clearly. Nothing? What, the Eye of Sauron came out? And what, now you was chirping pretty good. You've been here for, what, 3 streams now? You was chirping real loud the past 3 streams. I don't know how the fuck you still here. All you've been doing is bitching and complaining. What the fuck? Nothing? What? Now that you got this... but remember, guys, I'm the one making the echo chamber. I'm the one making the echo chamber. How is this such a constant? It's every fucking time. I could understand if it was like once, but every time I pull one of y'all up, y'all don't ever have anything to say. Oh, you're making an echo. Okay, well, here's your chance. Here's proof that it's not an echo chamber. Prove me wrong. Like, what the fuck? It's the same thing with Asmongold, man. They can never attack the conversation. They always attack him. They call him, like, filthy, he doesn't wash, da-da-da-da. Who cares? If you spit in facts, how you look doesn't matter. From the numerous people in my immediate family who actively work in the armed forces, you've got a regime that we've been keeping an eye in regards to nuclear programs for years. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Think about how much money the American people have spent trying to make sure that these schizos don't have nukes. Think about how bad the Middle East would have been if they had nukes, and instead of launching missiles at every single target that they launched missiles at, it was nukes. Think about that. You damn straight. I certainly hope this isn't going to be like the fishing boats that were going 100 miles an hour on the ocean to fish in American waters, right? Surely this isn't the same kind of argument. Where are we at? Are we done? Is that it? There have been deals that have been made, signed, and abided by, allowing for other countries to have a right to clean nuclear power. That's not what was happening. The organization that monitors the making of nuclear materials stated that Iran was well above, and they even said themselves, the Iranian regime, prior to this happening, stated themselves that they were using it to make dirty bombs and nukes, that they had above the amount of enriched uranium they were supposed to have. They were going to start manufacturing bombs. Is that all you got? And it's crazy because you could look up the interview yourself. Is that it? Well, what about the underage marriages that they've been doing that is celebrated there? What about the other countries they've bombed? What about all the Americans that have died? Like you not even sticking to everything around it. You just sticking to the one thing, bruh. What about all the other shit they did? How much money we've had to send to the families of the soldiers that got killed by these terrorist regimes that were financially supported by the Ayatollah? What about that? It all falls apart, man. It all falls apart.
At its narrowest point, the Gulf itself is long.
You're not gonna get banned. I'll let you go this time.
The Iranian coastline is very long, but I think the most important thing, certainly from a military point of view, we need to have what we would refer to as an ISR. That's intelligence.
Yeah, they did. They had a organization that monitors the enrichment of uranium in countries that America makes deals with, where the deal is to not make nukes. They have American people that go there and monitor it. It's like the IAEA or something like that. That's what happens. Sorry, but this country was never going to be allowed to have nukes. Even Israel was going to stop that. Just imagine if the bombs that they used to retaliate with the countries around them that were neutral were nukes instead of just bombs. Think about that. Let that sink in.
Surveillance and reconnaissance, a soak.
We attacked them, and they attacked every country around them that was neutral. Just imagine if they were nukes.
At all of the different points there in the Strait of Hormuz.
Not to mention, prior to this happening, They genocided 32,000 of their own fucking people to maintain their shit regime with the IRGC. Fuck them.
It's so much easier to find mines if you've seen them being put over the side. And so I haven't heard any specific reports that there are mines in the water, but I would expect fully that there is a concerted effort to have a really strong surveillance and reconnaissance posture so we can see what's going on there. And, we've eliminated so many of their military capabilities, but small boats with single mines are a hard problem, and we need to be staring at it.
Yeah, we know that there have been
a lot of dedication. You see, that's the problem with a lot of you people. Y'all don't ever see the big picture. Y'all don't ever see the big picture. See, what kind of sets me off a little bit, see, we have lost. Where's it at? I saw it. I don't know where it went. I saw it. I just don't know where it went. I think, is it that redacted one? Is it that redacted one there? Where did it go? I could... Where did it go? Ah, you show a lot of dedication to be a moron for 200 people. You see, what's good about being me is that I'm not showing dedication to 200 people. I'm showing dedication and patriotism for every American that thinks like I do. The only issue is they just haven't found the channel yet. It's that inside of a painting or inside of a box thinking is what got America where it is now. Because you got all these people that just want to become politicians and make a fuckload of insider trading money instead of working for the American people. That's what their job should be. They shouldn't be no fucking vacations. There shouldn't be no days off. You should be down on that floor if you're a politician 365 days a year, 12 hours a day, passing single bills that change and help American lives. What I want is a country that loves me as much as I love it. That's what I fucking want. And I damn sure ain't gonna be silenced by some third worlder who's coming into my country telling me what my constitution says because they want to cherry pick out the words that make what they're doing good. Fuck off. If you don't like the channel, then find somewhere else to go.
About 10 to 17 vessels that have been hit in the Strait since February 28th. A number of different countries and flags, none of them U.S. flagged at this point. It seems like, Admiral Harward, what's happening on the Iran side is that they're playing this game, basically saying, President Trump saying we need our allies to get on board and the people who need this strait open, even more than we do, to get on board. And Iran is saying, well, we'll make some deals. We'll pick and choose which countries because we control the whole thing. Here is the foreign minister of Iran yesterday. Watch this.
We have been approached by a number of countries who wants to have a safe passage for their vessels, and this is up to our military to decide. And they have already decided to let,
yeah, it's crazy they shut this canal off. The issue with this is that if Trump bombs this canal and takes out these places that are around this canal, there's a good chance he's going to end up having to strike the oil manufacturing complex that's there. That's where all these boats are trying to pass through and stuff. If they can figure out where these guys are coming from, they'll bomb the shit out of them. But there's a good chance that if America has to withdraw its forces, that Israel is going to immediately blow up all the oil manufacturing or refining facilities in the Iranian region, which Trump is obviously trying to prevent this because it's going to skyrocket the price of gas like crazy. But at the same time, how long are we willing to play ball with this bullshit? Seriously.
And they have already decided to let a group of vessels belongs to different countries to pass in a safe and secure. So we provide them security to pass because we have not closed this strait.
So, he talks like he has complete control over this whole zone and that the countries on the other side of the water don't have anything to say about it. What's the reality there, Admiral Harward? And how do we get control of this area with the other people who use it every day?
Well, the issue and the truth is they can control it, and they have. They've been able to do that for decades. And if we're not dealing with the regime, the end state, this problem will always exist. So why should one country be able to control the free flow of commerce in and out of the region? So it reinforces this regime, their intent, not just now, but long term. So at the end of the day, we have to solve this immediate problem.
Well, the issue is that we're having to tap into reserves now to keep the price on gas low. We don't know how much there is in this reserve, but if this goes on long enough, then we're obviously going to run out, and that's the problem.
The longer term problem to ensure that commerce is free, not just today, but for the long haul. And as Mark so astutely recognized, our ability to see wide areas of not just the straits, but the land mass where they can launch the cruise missiles and the drones from, especially these Shaheeds, they're moving around on trucks. That ability to have that wide area of surveillance, to see all this time, real time, persistently is part of the solution to take care of not just the mining issue, but the drone issue, and that will allow...
I agree with that. If you're a politician, you should be able to go to that politician that works for your state, and you should be able to greet them in their office without being stopped by anybody. You should. You should be able to write an email or a letter to them if you're unable to drive to Washington, D.C., and they should always be responding. Whenever you are working as a mayor, as an elected official, you need to be in a 4-year seat with a term limit because it will stop that insider trading. At least it won't be as bad. And you need to be on the floor 365 days a year responding to everybody. That's what your job needs to be. And you should be debanked the entire 4 years so they can maintain your assets and make sure you're not insider trading to grow your wealth. Period. This needs to be a term of fucking service. This is a vacation and a way to get rich for these people now. It's disgusting.
To flow.
That's a great point.
Their wealth is causing the misery and death of thousands of Americans. Enough is enough.
Very quickly, Admiral Fox, if you can, what's been established is that we've had so much success in this entire endeavor so far, but as you're both just pointing out, Iran is still controlling this strait. What do you think is the number one thing that we could do to change that dynamic? Does it have to be a regime change, Admiral Fox?
No, I think that, that's a political issue. Mm-hmm. This is a military problem that we're trying to solve, and that is to kill or disable all of the launchers or the means that the Iranians are capable of using either to put...
I don't understand how they're having so much trouble with this. Are they trying not to hit like certain targets? I don't understand what's taking them so damn long. I don't get it. There was one video that I was hoping that he was going to publish. It doesn't look like he's going to publish it.
Beginning with Operation...
Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Damn, we took out more leaders, boys. We took out more leaders. We got more of them. He stuck his head out the window. We got his ass.
Morning, everyone. We've got a terror regime that is on the ropes. Major strikes overnight take out more Iranian leaders. First, we have dramatic new CENTCOM video showing that U.S. fighter jets taking off from an aircraft carrier during Operation Epic Fury. That's a 24/7 operation. Iran's ability to spread its radical agenda in the Middle East being dismantled piece by piece. And the IDF announcing that between the Israelis and the U.S. military, they have taken out 2 of that regime's top officials who were still alive as of yesterday. They have been eliminated as of now. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bill Henry.
Damn, bro. They're dropping like flies over there.
Good morning. We're all today.
Remember, guys, we're losing the war, though. Remember that.
I'm Dana.
Working in Iraq that are backed by Iran.
Allegedly.
Now, the fighting rages on.
I don't know where that information came from, but I keep getting told that.
Saying that the regime's military assets are...
You know, actually, I haven't heard that in a few days.
Basically,
Maybe they realized that take on it wasn't working, so they switch into something else now.
Obliterated.
They've been a terror for...
That's right. Fire them lasers.
47 years.
Heat up the space lasers, boys. Take them out.
And now, I guess, the world, through the United States, with the help of Israel, is doing what should have been done many years ago.
Agreed.
Since the beginning of the
Agreed.
conflict, we've struck more than 7,000 targets across Iran. We've achieved a 90% reduction in their ballistic missile launches and a 95% reduction in drone attacks. The missiles are trickling in now at very low levels because they don't have too many missiles left.
Right now, let's get to it. Mark Meredith reports from the White House. Joey Jones, analysis on the...
The headphones, they're old. I'm not even sure what version they are. They're old as shit. They work, though. They've got good audio. I'm just happy they work. Seriously, they're not broken, and I want to keep them that way. I take real good care of them.
Trey Yinks reports from Tel Aviv, and that is where we begin today in Israel. Trey, hello.
Bill, good morning. Major strikes overnight targeting the Iranian capital of Tehran.
You see what I'm saying? All these people can do is attack you. They can't attack the argument because they know they're going to lose. So they're going to sit here and they're just going to attack your personality. They're going to attack your character. They're going to attack anything you say. They're going to call you whatever they can. They're going to say you're in an echo chamber. Then when you pull them up, they don't have anything to say. All they have is insults because every argument that they bring to the table, it's just a big fat loss. That's why y'all try to kill Charlie Kirk right there. It's because y'all can't stand up to the Titan. Y'all can't stand up whenever all y'all do is just listen to what other people say and think y'all have an actual motive and a narrative. My motive and my narrative is solid. I want better lives for Americans. I'm an American, and America is amazing. And anybody telling me otherwise is like telling me that the earth is flat. I'm going to disregard everything you say. And then, when I'm done disregarding what you say and I'm done embarrassing you, I'm going to permaban you. Because that's America. That's why.
Iran taking out top official Ali Larijani. Larijani served as the secretary to Iran's Supreme National Security Council.
Do we have? Hold on. Do you have anything new? Hold on, give me a second. No, we don't have anything new.
Council, and he was largely seen as the de facto leader in Iran following the opening strikes of Operation Epic Fury. Even on Friday, he was in the streets of Tehran for Quds Day, directly threatening the United States in
He keeps pulling up chat to talk about how nobody attacks his argument, only his character, and I have typed several comments attacking arguments. Okay, so we've got 2. Where does he get the insider trading thing? Jesus Christ. Members of the House and Senate have public tax returns. Their investment returns don't beat the market. So how is it that you have a politician like Nancy Pelosi who's supposed to be making a very fixed amount of money based on her seat, making millions. And you really want to tell me that's not insider trading, guy? Keep coping. Yes, we do know how much it is in the reserve. Just Google it. Who is talking about the reserve? Oh, the oil. Yeah, but who knows how often that's updated? Like, how often, like, you really expect them to keep up with that on like a daily basis, an hourly basis, a 48-hour window, a weekly? Like, how often do they update the numbers? But please explain to me how somebody like and Nancy Pelosi managed to become a millionaire whenever she was only supposed, like, you do realize that the president of the United States, when he retires, he only gets about $200,000 a year. So how do you accrue millions of dollars from that? A lot of people that struggle in it at $150,000 a year with the current housing stuff. Explain to me how that works. Exactly. How come Ilhan Omar has increased their wealth 30x? How's that happen? You still want to keep sitting here and coping? How does that make any fucking sense? Like, last time I checked, if I'm making $200,000 and I'm getting by, how the fuck how am I going to be able to afford to be able to put money into stocks? Oh, I know how. If you just take as much money as you can and you put it into a stock that you know is going to take off, or you have your husband put it into a stock that you know is about to either go up or down. You don't see any problems with that? Like,
live TV interviews. He was taken out in one strike. In another strike, a top commander from Iran's IRGC Basij forces, Gholam Reza Soleimani. This was a joint U.S. and Israeli effort on the intelligence level. Fox News has learned from a senior official here, talking about the efforts to go into the Iranian regime leadership, infiltrate it on an intelligence level, and then conduct these strikes to take out these top officials. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz speaking today about those operations.
U.S. President Trump spoke about the high rate of turnover within Iran's leadership. When morning breaks in Washington...
That all you got, man? You just gonna sit there and spam that 30,000 times? The United States is Israel, MAGA going to war for Trumpenstein. Well, what about all the underage marriages in Iran? What about all the underage marriages that are celebrated in Iran, or the 32,000 that were genocided prior to Trump bombing the shit out of the Ayatollah's administration? What about that? I'm sorry that I want America to be the best country in the world, and that it for the most part is, and that we've got a bunch of traitors that should be charged with treason in our country. But at least I don't have to attack an organization of people trying to make America better than what it is. You're right. But all the Americans killed by the Iranian regime were American. What about them? What about all the terrorist proxies that Iran supported by taking money from their own people and supporting to kill Americans? What about the money that Obama had to send Iran and to get our American troops back? What about that? Oh, thanks for the cheers. The hikes for the high fives. Thanks for the jewels. I don't know what any of that shit is, but thanks for it. Why do people continue to bring up the Epstein files? Whenever you have a terroristic organization that genocides 32,000 people of their own country peacefully protesting. The world is so you could be comfortable with your phone. That's right. Remember, guys, these guys want to shit on America, but it's because of the freedom they have from not being under a dictatorship that they're able to sit in comments like this and spit this nonsense. Your privilege is showing when you sit here and you want America to stay out of a war that systematically genocided well over, like I'm saying 32K because that's all the numbers we know now. I know it's way more. Systematically genocided 32,000 people for having an opposing opinion. You should be grateful you live in America. It's because of the rights in America. You can sit on your little cell phone and say stupid shit in comments without fear of the FBI showing up to your fucking house, pulling you out in the middle of the street like it's past curfew in Iran and popping you in the back of the fucking head. Be thankful you live here and you can have an opposing opinion. Any other country, they'd kill you for it. That's why you don't see any protesters in China doing what they're doing here in Minneapolis, St. Cloud. You wonder why? That's why. They get taken out of the gene pool.
We will update him that the high rate of turnover is continuing and even accelerating following the elimination of two of the most senior remaining figures.
Just last hour, Israel launched a new wave of strikes against the Iranian regime. You can see in some of this video released by the IDF over the weekend, they are systematically, alongside American counterparts, destroying the military infrastructure of the Iranians, going target by target. The Iranians are still responding with some ballistic missile fire toward Israel. And overnight, an Iran-backed Iraqi Shia militia...
That's right. Charlie Kirk did. Charlie Kirk got killed exercising his freedom. And the people that were happy that he died and got shot and advocating for his kids to get killed, they should all be charged and put in the chair. This online rhetoric needs to stop. You're not making anyone scared anymore. That's why Trump got in power. You got online and you started using this rhetoric to silence people. Even the people that you agreed with you, they're scared of you. They're voting against you because they know your mentality will get people killed. I mean, look at what Tim Walz was saying with the Minneapolis protests, how he wasn't acknowledging that they were federal police. You got all these people running around trying to play My Hero Academia as politicians. These politicians hold a lot of power in their hands. Hell, Tim Walz's power got 2 people killed because he didn't want the state police to help out with ICE. These politicians hold the keys to the kingdom. And the sooner we stop playing ball games and start treating these people like what they are, the sooner we can actually get change in this country.
The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, you can see...
They're fucking terrorists. They're traitors. They're treason. That's what they are.
And an explosion rising from the horizon there in the Iraqi capital. There were no injuries reported at that location. In northern Israel overnight, the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah fired rockets over the border toward the northern community of Nahariya. At least 6 people were injured, flames rising from this neighborhood in the northern part of the country. President Trump was asked over the weekend about the possibility of a deal with the Iranian
regime. You're right. It's not every politician. It isn't. It's not every politician. It's not blue politicians. It's not red politicians. When you get captured by this ideology slop, you get cooked. It ain't got nothing to do with them being Democrats or Republicans. It has everything to do with their character. Stop trying to make it political. We got a bunch of bad actors running around our government that we need to get the fuck out.
Now into the third week of this bombing campaign, what would that deal look like? What are the ask that you're making?
To give you an idea, Obama ran on deportation. Up until Trump, he had the highest deportation numbers. Guess what Obama was? Fucking Democrat. He ran for 8 years, too. Now that Trump's in power, all of a sudden it's bad. The news to me? What the fuck? Now it's bad? Why? Because he's orange? You fucking racist.
Into our people. I don't know if they say that to you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Don't forget, they are a country that for years, I didn't know this until recently.
Well, first off, I'm going to do what I want on my channel. If you don't like it, you can find somebody else. Keep in mind that me pulling you up is a recent thing because up until last month, you couldn't do this because of Twitch. I don't know. I don't really care about Israel. I could care less about Israel. You do realize that Trump is a means to an end, right? I don't give a fuck about Trump. I don't care. Is he doing right in passing policies that help American people? Yes. Is killing terrorists from a foreign country and keeping them from having nukes a good thing? Yes. I'd vote for him again. I would. Well, I didn't vote for him this past time, but I would vote for him. I would go out and vote for him. I would. But is that it? I did. I answered the question. Why do people keep bringing up Israel, though? That's weird. Oh, but Israel's flapdog and Israel this, and I don't care about Israel. I care about the Americans and the families that had to deal with loss and death because of that terroristic fucking regime that got what's coming to them. That's what I care about. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I noticed that a lot of people, their arguments shift towards Israel. I don't care. Who the fuck cares about Israel? Like, yeah, exactly. It's just to promote someone else's agenda. It's the new go-to. They tried AI videos on Twitter. That didn't work. They tried the are you ready to fight in a... Dude, what the fuck? I'm 31. I'm past the age of being drafted. What is that? Is that your only go-to? I was a firefighter, motherfucker. I've went into burning buildings. I've saved people's lives. I've saved kids. I've been to schools in full bunker gear so that way the kids could get used to the firefighter gear, bro. Like, where are you at? What? Oh, because I'm not part of the I was part of a paramilitary organization. Yeah, it's better than being a fucking generation of pussies that allow terrorists to go around and take money from our government and from our taxpayers. I'd rather be this generation that dies in a war knowing that I spilled blood for every American and every American child, and if at any point, any child I would have. You're right. And if you don't feel that way, and if you're not from this country and you don't get it, then maybe you should go back to where you came from. We have immigrants in the chat. God and a Fish was part of the military. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, he's got my back any day. No one's going to... I'm just going to ban you because you're fucking retarded. That's just all there is to it. Oh, but you're not going to Iran! No, I'm not going to Iran, sorry. I don't have to. I don't fucking have to. Why is that the go-to? That's all you have. Well, why don't you go fight in Iran? Because I don't have to. I don't have to. What? Where does this fucking stupidity come from? You want to null and void everything I've said for the past 4 hours. Because why? Because I don't want to go to... Yeah, I don't want to go to Iran. Why isn't Trump down there fighting? Or is he ready to be drafted? Oh God, Trump's not ready to be drafted. Ah! Like, come on. Like, what do we got? Like, come on, where are we going, bro? What are we doing, guys? That's after everything, after every argument that I've presented, after everything that I've brought forward, that's what they fall back on, bro. They're so fucking cooked.
Their country based on disinformation.
Get cooked, retards. Get cooked.
Information plus AI, and that's a terrible situation. That's a terrible situation.
While the primary focus remains.
Go push your propaganda in someone else's chat. Maybe you'll actually brainwash them.
Iran, Israel.
Sorry, I'm not going to baby bird the information you want me to rebuttal back to you. Not going to happen here.
Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. This video here in the aftermath.
Why isn't JD Vance being drafted? Oh God! Why isn't JD Vance being drafted? Is JD Vance ready to go? No, dude.
Strikes in the Dakhla neighborhood of
What
southern
about Tucker
Beirut.
Carlson? Oh God, not Tucker Carlson.
This is a Hezbollah stronghold where they are launching many of the
Where does
commands
this
to
mentality
fire on
come from?
Israel from. We also know more Israeli ground forces are moving into southern Lebanon to take the fight against Hezbollah. They are supported by tank units.
Yes. Firefighting is paramilitary. It is. It's like that all over the country. Please tell me. Please fucking tell me it's not, so I can ban you. Please do it. Firefighting is paramilitary. Google it, motherfucker. I went to college for it. Please tell me it's not. Tell me that you know more about my job than what I know. Please do it.
The border, and you can see this daytime video of those IDF ground forces operating there in southern Lebanon. The big news today, though, Ali Larijani, this top Iranian official, taken out overnight in a strike against Tehran.
Right now, I'm making money off of YouTube, so YouTuber. You know what's the best part about this country and why I love my country so much as an American? Why I'm happy and proud that my grandfather served in the Korean War? Why my grandfather's brother got skin cancer from the nukes they dropped on Japan because he was in the Navy and was in the harbor? I love my country so much because I can flip off a cop and have no repercussions. You cannot threaten a cop. But my freedom of speech says that I can say almost anything I want as long as I'm not threatening anybody or threatening harm to anybody. My country's so good that whenever any other country needs help, they call our president. My country's so good that for decades we've been giving money into organizations that we have to steamroll. We have to be the ones that they call. My country's so great that I have third worlders invading it, telling me what my constitution says and telling me what I should think and feel. My country's so good, they're terrified of us. That's why you got Cuba already at the table, and you got his own people burning down communist buildings in their country. My country's so good that I was a firefighter, I was a school bus driver, I was a United States Postal Service driver, I worked retail, I went to college at a later age, I went to college at like 26. My country's the best country in the world. That's why y'all trying to come over here. I love my country. We should all love our country. We should all be proud to be Americans, especially if you were born and raised in America. Don't ever be sad. Don't ever let these people make you feel bad for being an American. If it was really that bad, they wouldn't be trying to attack it. They're trying to make you feel bad for being in one of the greatest countries in the world. And you know what I have to say about that? Sucks to not be me.
No doubt significant. Trey, thanks. Great job over there in Israel. From Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst leading our coverage. Thank you, Dana.
And at the White House, President Trump preparing to welcome Ireland's Prime Minister while also working to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Mark Meredith has the latest. Hi, Mark.
Dana, good morning to you. The White House wants U.S. allies from Europe to Asia to step up and provide military support to protect crucial shipping lanes in the Strait of Hormuz. So far, European leaders are reluctant, preferring instead to sit on the sidelines.
They should be thanking me because many of them get 90%. China, as an example, should be thanking us, but I don't expect to thank you, but they should be thanking us. Japan gets 95%, China 91%. Many of the countries, South Korea gets a tremendous...
Yeah, never stop asking questions. Keep politicians accountable. Push for more aggressive change to your government. Always be ready and willing to roll with the punches. Always. Doesn't matter what government you're in. If you have something that's against your own best interest, you always question that motherfucker. You poke as many holes in that fucking question as you can. And if you always get the workaround, you just reiterate the same question. Don't ever stop asking the same question, word for word. You will wear it down, and you will get an answer eventually. You will.
Percentage of their oil and therefore their energy from the straits, or as they call it, the strait.
So the longer the strait remains closed or choked off, the higher the price of oil climbs. The president insists this is only a short-term problem and that this war will not drag on, but Democrats say...
Damn, thanks for the 10. W. USA is so good. We are the ones always... That's right. To aid and assist other countries. Though I want us to focus on... Yeah, I agree. Exactly. No. You know what? I'll pull that up. I'm gonna pull that up. I need to give that the recognition. If y'all donate and shit, I completely forgot about that. If y'all donate and shit, I'm gonna pull it up on the stream. We'll read it out. We'll acknowledge it. You know, we got the whole thing. USA is so good. We are the one. Yeah, we're always the ones they fucking call. It's the truth. We're paying more into the organizations like the National Police. Motherfucker, who do you think if you get a number to this breaking national law bullshit, who do you think he's going to pick up the fucking phone if you call the motherfucking police? It's going to be Trump. It's going to be the president of the United States. You know why? Because not only are we putting more money into this organization, we're the only ones policing it. Duh. I want us to focus on a lot of American stuff. JD Vance is, I kind of like how the administration, Trump's administration, the way he's got it broken up is amazing. Trump is focusing on getting people like Maduro and the Iranian regime taken care of, right? And then what he's doing is he's sending Marco Rubio to go and run the individual things after we're done with that country, right? And then we've got JD Vance doing everything he needs to do at home, like taking care of this fraud. The way the administration is running, like I said before, is a well-oiled fucking machine. Every administration past the Trump administration needs to be this effective. Now, I'm not going to lie, Trump has said a lot of stuff. I haven't seen any prices come down in the grocery store. As far as I'm concerned, it's bullshit up until now. But taking out the Iran terroristic regime and making sure that our kids and our kids' kids and our kids' kids' kids never have to worry about an Iran nuke, that's a damn good start. That's a damn good start. Going around and fixing all these countries that are sending all these people over to our country to fuck with us, that's another good start. I agree with that. Why should we be accepting all these illegals? Why don't we just send them back and fix their government? We help ourselves by helping them.
See no off-ramp.
Donald Trump created a mess in the Middle East.
He's at least trying. He's doing something. Out of all of Trump's faults, he's doing something. Unlike a lot of the administrations we have in the UK that are just willing to sit here and let people steamroll them over. Nah, man. When you got to step up, it's time to step up. And Trump's doing that.
He clearly has no plan for how to end it. And that is a huge problem for our country. War. Unneeded, unnecessary, endless war.
Axios reporting today the president's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, will be up on the Hill to brief a small bipartisan group of senators about the situation. U.S. Central Command says so far...
I think it's funny that he sits there and says that. They are aware that if he doesn't get the Senate's approval for this, and Trump removes the armada from over there and heads over to Cuba, Israel's not going to stop bombing the fuck out of them. They're just going to lose the water support, that's all. It's all going to be the same. And you think for 1 second that Trump is going to tell Israel they have to stop bombing the shit out of Iran? No. Trump's not going to say anything. If anything, we can make money off of Israel by selling them more bombs. Shit.
Epic Fury has struck 7,000 targets, damaged or destroyed 100 Iranian vessels, taken out countless Iranian facilities, including command and control centers, and
hit the like on the stream. We're here Monday through Friday. Oh, it's sub to the channel. We're always here. We're always doing something Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11:30. Hit that channel membership up. You can donate. If you donate, then I'll probably bring you up as long as it's not like bad. I've had some weirdos, but no, so far I don't think I've had anybody be crazy, thankfully. But if you do donate and you do say something dumb and offensive, then you're probably just going to get banned. So just keep that in mind.
Sites. The president
Oh, yeah, you can join the membership too. You can join the Get Good or the Got Good. We got exclusive emotes from games that I've played on the channel in the past. So
from Democrats, people across the aisle, including a former president who he says he spoke with recently about Iran. Now, Trump did not say who this former president was that he spoke with. The Associated Press reached out to representatives of all the living former presidents, and none were aware of any recent conversations Trump had with their bosses about Iran. We'll see if President Trump elaborates any further when he welcomes the Irish Prime Minister within the next hour.
Great. I'm noticing the blossoms behind.
You damn straight I'm going to play Crimson Desert. I thought that bitch was supposed to be out on the 16th, but it's going to be out on Thursday. I'm not going to play it on the channel because like the algorithm is currently I'm in the graces of the algorithm. I don't want to change that. But I'm damn sure I'm going to let y'all know exactly what I think of it too.
You too. So lots happening.
And the fountain's green. They even turned the fountain green.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Good to see you.
In 2 weeks, we have.
Damn, ain't no way. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Nah. Leakazoid. We already watched that. I might watch that tomorrow. Let me pull up a Midwest safety video, man. Where'd it go? We got to move on from the politics and start winding down. For the end of the stream, we're going to be running a little late today, but that's okay. What?
Wisconsin.
Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? Why is this here? What the fuck? What? Okay, I guess.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, check out Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Midwest Safety. We'll be. If you want more politics, wait till tomorrow. We're moving on from the politics. We gotta watch. We got a 5. Hold on. Might not agree on every, but appreciate. Okay, let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Might not agree with everything, but appreciate you not just pushing red, blue shit. It doesn't matter who in power. We all need House job. Exactly. And that's the thing that I want people to understand whenever they come here. It's not about red and blue. It's not about liberal, conservative bullshit. What's best for Americans? I don't give a fuck. What's the best thing for Americans? And you could have disagreements. That's normal. But whenever you just don't want to accept when you're wrong, well, you got much to talk about. So I guess this lady got fired. But yes, W for the 5, by the way. I'm gonna just say it's a type of schizo pill that doctors give you to. What it does is it hinders a lot of emotion that you get whenever you have like. Why do you get up early in the morning? Well, because the anxiety that is there makes you get up and get to work on time. Otherwise, you get fired. It disables that emotion, that feeling of fear from losing your job. And because of that, being disabled, it makes people do dumb shit like this. Like showing up at a job that they had already gotten fired at, acting like nothing ever happened.
No, I used to work here.
It's like, it's literally a drug that disables your cognitive, like, emotional thinking. It's the weird, it disables, if you know how to act, you will be able to act right. But because it's given to a lot of these emotionally just brain dead fucking women, it fucks them completely up. I've said this before. I think that the police need a pay raise because they're no longer police, they're adult daycares. This is what it looks like whenever you've been told your entire life, yes, and never no. There was a parent that produced this child, never fully realizing that what makes you a parent is your child's ability to function in mainstream society. Jumping up and down, putting curse words in your name, and acting like a 6-year-old is not functioning in society. Longer she could pull this off. She could do the whole I'm cute thing. But a lot of these women, they don't understand that when they start sagging, that shit kind of falls apart. You just look like a dumbass. How much y'all want to make a bet she was acting the same way when she was like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? How much y'all want to make a bet? And now she's looking like, she does look like she's older now. Now it ain't. If you have like an actual medical disability and like you have to take an SSRI, that is completely different than if you're like having to take one that is prescribed by a doctor compared to like somebody that is like this. I mean, let's be honest here. Someone like this shouldn't be on an SSRI. She needs to be in a mental institution. She needs to be psychically, she needs to have a psych evaluation, and they need to put her in a padded room. There is no reason why anybody above the age of 25 is in the middle of a parking lot, throwing shit off, throwing trash on the ground in front of police officers, saying, my name's da-da-da-da fucking da-da-da-da-da. There's no reason for this. Hell, for most people, this shouldn't be happening past the age of 6. Much less the age that she's at right now. This is so stupid. But like, if you have an actual medical condition, like you have PTSD, you have some form of trauma that needs that medicine to disable that, that is completely different. I want to make that very clear. I want to make that very fucking clear. The only other person that thinks that this generation doesn't know how to read the room. Like, I can't tell you how many people I've like been with that have had this mentality of they just won't read the room to save their fucking life. They just won't do it. And I don't know if it's like an ignorance thing or if it's just straight up stupidity, but it's just so fucking, to me, it's fucking stupid. Necrosis? You do know that necrosis is a... What is necrosis? Well, I mean, if you have necrosis, then that means that you have something that's causing it. That's for sure. So, you should be careful. Like, I kind of understand what necrosis is. I know that you don't have to be dead for it. But typically, if someone sees necrosis, they, like, I was about to ban you. But then I was like, I don't think that's what that is. I think that's something, like, usually if you hear necrosis because of, like, games and shit, I was like, no, that can't be right. Let me look at that. But yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't say necrosis. I would actually say whatever you have, because like, it's just it's a throw off. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that it's easy to misinterpret necrosis as, like, for example, like you'll see necrosis a lot on dead people. Like, it just is what it is. That's why I was like, so you're dead? But then I was like, no, my EMT's kicking in. I feel like that's not right. It's good to say if you've got people that understand it, but just be careful. I'm not saying don't do it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying be careful if you say that in some random person's chat that doesn't understand that life isn't just a video game. Because like whenever you hear necrosis, a lot of video games are like, oh, that means you're dead. Oh, and it's like, it's not. Poison, snake bites, inflammation can cause it. Frostbite. IUDs could cause it if you get like your shit blown off. It's anything that cuts off the flow of oxygen in your blood to your limbs. It could affect everything in your body. One guy in Britain, I think it was Britain, he got like some crazy severe version of the flu, and he lost both his arms and both his legs because of it. They ate marijuana. Remember that. Now, if you get into a car crash, that's obviously fucking different. You know what I mean by that. Don't be dishonest.
Else eventually has to.
Oh, damn. Well, there it is. All right, boys. That's it. That's the stream. That is it. We'll be back on tomorrow bright and early. If you're new here, hit the sub button, hit the like button on the stream, hit the like button on any videos y'all see that just happen to pop up in your feed. It helps. It does wonders. Hit the channel membership up if you want to. Don't have to. Just showing up and watching the content does more than enough. Interacting with the morons that managed to find my channel that we have to discredit out of the comments, that also does wonders.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna
Y'all stay safe out there. Be friendly to everyone you see. Don't try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change your whole day or their whole life. You never know. And don't go crazy on me, because we might be making fun of you on the stream. There's a good chance we're gonna be making fun of you on the stream, actually. If you have an opposing opinion, try to keep it civil, huh? Peace, boys. Stay safe out there. Thanks for being y'all.
I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you